Alrighty. Go, go, go! Yeah. We want this scene. And we want... Go! Capture again, game, please. Come on. You can do it, game. We were doing this moments ago. There we go. 5, 4... Hello and welcome back to The Senior Detectives, myself, the Blobber, and our partner, Miss Morrigan Nightshade.
Hello, hello.
Play Whispers of a Machine, Part 2, which is worrying that there's no load. Phew. Continue. They don't believe in a load game menu. Alright, day 2.
Ugh, my head. Something is happening. Whoa.
Achievement unlocked. Hidden potential. Unlocked a new augmentation. Inflicts short-term memory loss on a target. The person is confused and forgets what has occurred in the last few hours. The effect wears off after some time. So we can probably use this to ask to, like, question someone again and again.
Good. You're up.
Morning, gentlemen.
We were just going to see if you're awake. There's been a freak accident of sorts.
It's probably best for you to see for yourself. The time is quite suspicious, given the recent murders.
All right.
Apparently we've lost a
Who's the
dog.
victim?
Leonard Dahl, the head of our new recycling center. He was
Not out on the
killed
balcony
sometime
again?
during the night.
In a most gruesome
No,
manner.
no. Mary actress came into the
Gabriel
office and asked if I'd seen one of the
Very well.
dogs.
Let's be on our way then.
Hopefully he'll be able to find her.
Here we are. Have a look around. The man standing over there is our witness.
Got it. I'll let you know if I need any help.
Understood. I'll be here.
Lennart's accident. Lennart Dahl. But just one sec. I need to... The headphones modify Maury's volume for me. I know, I'm a monster. Seriously?
Okay, is it better now?
I'll do it a slightly different way. Yeah. Okay, that should be good. Thank you for your patience. Worker!
Thank God you're here. Len...
Slow down. Relax. You're safe. We're here to help. Start at the beginning.
Okay. The big organics processor. I woke up late last night, heard it fire up. I live next door, so I got dressed and walked in here. Leonard wasn't around, so I turned all the machines off. I went to look for him in his living quarters, but he wasn't there. I figured he was still out late with some of the guys and that the machines had sprung to life on their own somehow. I went back to bed and slept through the night. Didn't hear anything else. When I came back this morning to work just half an hour ago, Leonard was still gone. He's usually up and about way before my shift starts. I did a routine check of the organics processor and that's when I noticed his remains in there.
The victim is inside that machine?
Yes.
Could it have been an accident?
I don't know. God, I can't get it out of my head.
Please, try to calm down. Could it have been an accident?
It could, maybe he fell down in the pipe, and was torn to shreds. Oh God, poor Leonard.
Organics processor.
It's no use. He's having a panic attack.
So do we make him forget so that we can ask about the processor without him being stressed?
That seems very unethical, but sure, we can
It
try.
seems unethical. We're helping him feel better, Mori.
Sometimes people need to remember the bad things.
This is probably where Leonard handled all of the paperwork. Mostly history books and some fictional novels. Leonard's bed. Nothing out of the ordinary. This conveyor belt sends metal objects down into the smelter. A control panel for this machine. Looks turned off. All right, looks like these are the materials last put into the smelter. Various tools and lots of knives headed for recycling.
I feel like if we can find his body, we might be able to then scan these and find out if he was like stabbed before he was put into the organics recycler,
Makes sense,
maybe?
makes sense.
Oh. Scanning. Shredded human remains. Age indeterminate. Coagulation suggests
Postmortem.
post-mortem
This
dismemberment.
clearly wasn't an accident then. It was a disposal of a murder victim.
5 hours ago.
I should try to get access to the remains behind the grinder.
There's nothing else to look for in here. How do we leave? Ah, top right. Can we now scan this? No. What about for his DNA specifically? Also no. Well, color me surprised.
Guess that's the intake for materials to be recycled.
Instructions?
This says the machine works by grinding down organics into smaller chunks, and then burning them to create biogas. The control panel here can be used to retract the grinding gears and access the chamber, but the system waits for the latest batch to be incinerated first.
Well, we don't want to incinerate the remains before we... Like, if part of the process for getting to the remains would be incinerating them, that's counterproductive.
Agree.
A control panel for this machine. Looks turned off. If I do that, the incinerator activates, and it might destroy the remains. I'll need to figure out something else. These must provide power for the machine. Not sure which cable leads to what.
It's you, or are you still having a panic attack?
I have some more questions.
Okay.
Ah, he's finished having a panic attack.
How does the organics processor work?
No, don't make me think about that death trap.
That really makes me... Do you have
Yeah,
other things
yeah, we
that we can do
probably
other than amnesia here?
A few crates of different sizes.
I cannot think
Maybe
of
for
anything else,
transporting
so I
some of the
think we
recycled
have to.
materials? About half filled with God knows what. Pretty stinky.
Okay.
You know, that seems very much against
have
the
some more
feeling of
questions.
this game. There should always
Okay.
be multiple ways to solve things.
Okay.
All right.
Eh.
Hey, hush now. Look into my eyes.
See,
make the
we're
pain
making
go
the
away.
pain go away.
Which is bad.
Wait. Who are you?
I'm Special Agent Vera England. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm not sure how I can help, but I'll try. Man, I'm sweating like a pig. Weird.
How does the organics processor work?
The materials are sent through a grinder to be broken down and then burned to make
Same as the-
biogas for fuel.
All right. Is there any way to access something that was sent through the machine?
Well, the grinding thing can be retracted by using the control panel, but it waits for the latest batch to be fully incinerated first.
So, what if I need to get something out of there without it burning up?
I suppose you could do that by disconnecting the incinerator.
And how would I do that?
I guess one way would be to cut off the power supply by unplugging the yellow cable over there by
Yellow.
the entrance.
Perfect. Thanks. Okay, that's all I need for the time being.
All right.
I tried pulling it loose, but it's stuck in there pretty good.
Yeah. Do we cut the live wire with a conductive scalpel?
Yes.
A razor-sharp surgical... Okay, the yellow cable is disconnected now.
Well, I'm glad we weren't electrocuted. That's what I was expecting to happen. It didn't... Maybe we have to do something with the rest of the control panel?
Hmm.
I think that retracted the grinding gears.
Okay.
There was a small key among the remains. It must have been in the victim's pocket. Ugh, this is quite a mess. I'm not equipped to deal with this. I'll have to ask Dr. Pearson to come here and gather the body parts. It's the key I found in the recycling center. Likely belonged to Leonard.
Is there anything else to scan back there? Nothing extra?
Hey, Gabriel.
Yeah?
I've managed to secure the body. You're free to leave and get back to your other duties. The remains are in quite bad shape, so I think it's best if Dr. Pearson collects them.
Roger that, ma'am. I think the doctor has some medical emergency this morning, but he should be able to take care of it today or tomorrow.
Good. Tell him to bring it all to the morgue.
Will do. I'll go find him right away.
Can I leave too? Doesn't look like this place is up and running today, so I think I'll go have a drink or something.
I suppose. I'll call for you if I come up with any more questions. Various tools and lots. This thing is used to transport metals to the smelter. It's filled with various junk.
I thought we'd have to do something more with this, but it looks like no.
Hmm.
Double checking that. Can I lift it up with muscles?
I don't think extra strength helps there.
Well, then I don't think there's anything else.
Hi, honey.
It's a bit
No,
strange,
no.
but sure.
Wait, what? It wasn't a dream? I must be going crazy. The blue is messing with my head.
That's one way to say hello. You doing okay there, darling?
Not really, Alex.
How can I help then? This is weird for me, too.
I have no idea. It's so strange seeing you like this.
Well, I'm here now. Maybe we should just try to make the best of it.
I guess so.
Great. So, how are you doing? Really?
Oh, you know, keeping it together somehow. I thought taking on this case would give me a chance to get away from everything.
I get that. We went through a lot.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Well, I'll let you get back to the case. Let's talk later, all right?
Okay. I must be losing my mind. Hey there.
Hi. Whoa, badass coat.
Oh, thanks. Got it a week ago.
Right on. You need to get some patches and stickers and shit for it too. Give it some personality.
I might just do that. So, you're some kind of artist.
Yeah? What do you think?
Two flowers hugging, a fractal pattern, ball lightning. I think the flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree
Also,
with that.
that made me realize we never got our poem from the poem guy.
No.
Looks like two flowers hugging.
Huh. That's an interesting take.
New location? Yes.
Not sure what happened here, but it looks like old damage. Somebody swept up the glass on the outside, but didn't bother with actually repairing the windows. I think that leads to a church of some kind. No reason to go up there at the moment. Doesn't look functional. There's probably a staircase somewhere.
I mean, we can see some stairs here and a staircase there.
Maybe later. I don't feel an urge for a coffee break right now.
No, 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 no! Alright. Over here.
Not allowed.
Some fairly advanced solar panels. Those alone should be capable of powering up several blocks. The junk piles extend some half a mile into the empty eastern part of town. I
Holy
doubt they're
moly.
being added to, though. Nordson residents seem conscientious about recycling.
Half a mile? So like 800 meters? Almost a kilometer of junk?
The junk piles I doubt.
It's a lot of junk. A lot
Not
of
sure
junk.
where that door leads.
Well, you don't find out by staring at it, but okay.
I don't have a reason to visit the junk heap right now.
Yeah, and the poet is gone, so we never get to find the other half of our poem. Oh. He waved.
Hi there, Walter.
Morning, miss. How was your first night in town?
Yeah, have a nice night's sleep? Well, I sure didn't. This numbnut forgot to unplug me, so I had to listen to his snoring for 9 hours.
I protest, Nissa. I hardly ever sleep for more than 7.
Oh, wow. That makes it much less like torture.
I slept okay. The bed was a bit too soft for my taste, but I'll live.
Glad to hear it. So, what can I do for you today?
Do you know the guy that was murdered?
I guess you heard what happened in the recycling center.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but man, people dropping dead left and right like this, it's getting real scary out there.
What do you think of the conduit?
Lunatics, plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
It's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse. I wouldn't betray their memory by supporting those nut jobs.
Did you
know
know
the
Leonard
murdered
Dahl?
man?
A little. He came by every now and then, buying things for the recycling center. We've been talking about automating some of the work there.
Yeah? Anything out of the ordinary about him?
I wouldn't say so. He was a quiet, nice guy. A real shame what happened to him.
So far, the only suspect that I can think of is the other worker there, if they were maybe going to automate his job away.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Stay classy, Ufa.
Right, but he waved at us. He must be different now. And yet, no. Seemingly not. Yeah, there we go. He waved again.
Hmm?
Okay, he's got it. He's the robot. When you enter or exit the building, he waves.
Yes. We didn't notice that the last time?
He didn't have his head before. I don't think he waved or had his head before. Maybe he did wave but just didn't have his head.
Hello again, Gabriel.
Hey there, can I be of assistance?
Tell me what you know about the dead man.
What do you know about Leonard Dahl?
Nothing really. I never got to talk to him much.
All right, I'm on.
Good luck out.
What about the police chief?
I had a few questions, Commissary.
By all means.
What do you know about the dead man?
Did you know Leonard Dahl?
Not at all. I only first learned his name this morning.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
You're also useless. We can ask at the doctor's. Maybe everything else is super efficient, Rolling Ninja.
Horrible how much death has befallen us. I read that in a book once.
A fitting quote, considering the circumstances.
Nope, she's still not a talkable person. Doctor isn't down here. We can't ask him if he knew the deceased. We have the school.
I don't have any business in the school.
We're not allowed in. And what was it? Food hall?
Yes, food hall.
I don't have anything else to say to him. I don't have anything.
And what about guy who was smoking? Guy who's smoking is not here. There's not a lot of other people to talk to. There was
Must be
cleaning
missing
man.
something, though.
Cleaning man is not here. We could see if they removed the baby.
That's true.
There's that red light again. Something must be wrong.
Baby seems to be gone.
Nutrient
the tank
level
is nearly
critical.
out of nutrients. I should keep an eye out for a replacement canister.
So this was my prediction that we have to use the coffee canister from the police station to refill the other one. Because there was a canister filling thing in the lady's apartment. So now that we know that we need the canister, can we steal the coffee jug?
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
No. I so want that to be the answer.
Why
A
would you
thermos,
give the baby
presumably filled with
caffeine,
coffee.
We're not. We would just be using it as a bottle. And we'd take that bottle to the place where you fill up the bottle with nutrients and then taking it to the baby. Because we need a bottle for the bottle filling thing. Unless I missed the... Ooh, hello. Unless I missed the bottle there. Also, the museum is open now. New space. But first, let's talk to the power lady.
Hi there. I see that there's been some progress with the fallen power line.
Yep. Feel free to head in now.
Already did. Thanks.
And it keeps track of whether you have or not, because I already have.
This facility has been deemed compliant with the Third Decree, 12th Amendment, on November 4th, 79 AR. Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse.
A Luftkissenbot.
I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that some famous world leader got killed by hackers who took control of her vehicle. A terrorist group claimed responsibility, and there was a bloody civil war.
Oh, I thought it was like info thing about hovercraft, but it was actually button. My bad.
It shows various star constellations. Apparently the ones we plan to explore with some incredible new rocket engine that they were about to finish when the collapse happened. The collapse occurred on what we now refer to as Year Zero AR, Anno Reducto, Year of the Collapse. During this time, AI was involved intimately in every part of our lives. The typical family could not be sustained without it for more than a few weeks. A coalition of anti-technology, anti-globalist, and religious movements, referred to as the Human Wave, reached a critical mass due to a series of AI incidents across the globe. A growing fear of the singularity, mainly proposed by Voice for Human Progress, VFHP, was a contributing factor, as were proven hardware faults in widespread robotics across the globe. On June 2nd, the third decree UN resolution was passed, declaring that all AI was scheduled to be discontinued over a course of 10 years. An observant reader may notice that this definition is different from the third decree we live by today, wherein CPUs are completely outlawed. This is because the third decree has been amended 12 times. However, the phasing out period for AI did not proceed as planned, and we now enter an era in which there are large holes in our historical records. But we do know that there was a massive worldwide blackout, rendering most computer chips and processors in the world unusable. Contemporary scholars have theorized about what exactly caused this sudden change. If it was a deliberate large-scale attack, an unintended consequence of the ongoing shutdowns, or if there could be natural causes, such as solar flares. The evidence is scarce, and the lack of global communication and infrastructure, not to mention the struggle for daily survival, has made truth-seeking in this matter extraordinarily difficult. Regardless, the end result was clear. From that day, the old world was no more. In the dark, we took our first stumbling steps as truly free humans, surrounded by our mountains of dead machines.
G'day, boss.
It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time. Due to the third decree, AI today is practically non-existent outside sanctioned laboratory conditions. Fringe terrorist groups such as the Conduit and End Protocol, EP, still try to resurrect AI, but have been successfully fought and nearly wiped out by authorities. Critics of the nanosubstance Blue claim that despite it lacking CPUs, it is a form of intelligent neural network warranted to be included in the third decree. Defenders of Blue tend to cite the Fourth Amendment, where transhumanism efforts in the form of human augmentation are declared legal. However, the Fourth Amendment was written before the discovery of Blue, when primitive mechanical and cybernetic implants were the only options for human augmentation.
There's a bit of a difference between, like, peg leg and nanobots in my bloodstream.
No idea what this is. Must have been
Practically
some
the
kind of
same.
local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it. A regeneration pod. Kept people healthy and energetic. Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen.
Crater field?
Looks like this is
Okay, same no matter which way around the Earth faces. Australia! And look at that, appropriately at scale Europe. Okay.
Wow, this thing must have been fearsome back in the day.
I don't see anything else unless we want to press all the buttons.
No, I don't think we need to press all the buttons.
But we want to find out about the setting, Maury. It just makes bubbles. Okay. And then upstairs to the ladies' room and see if we can find a... Right, this thing. This thing was the nutrient machine.
Some kind of airtight container. It's labeled nutrients. I don't think this is the nutrient canister I'm looking for. The receptacle in the womb tank was much smaller. This looks like some kind of dispenser, though. So if I find the right container, I might be able to refill it here.
Good. So I mean, this big thing doesn't fit in the other machine. Bring empty coffee container maybe to put in here, and then yes. But
you really wanted to be that coffee container.
I do. We haven't seen anything else that looks suitable. And I don't think there was anything else up there, but let's just double check. Mushrooms, shelf, exhibition, robot arm, plants, control panel. No.
Nope.
We can't go back to the the old crime scene.
I don't.
This side still does nothing. Then I am not sure what else there could even be. Who else is there to talk to or investigate?
Well, now that you have discovered again that you need a smaller container, maybe you're allowed to take that coffee can.
Maybe.
If you're not allowed to take it now, I don't think you'll ever will be.
Don't destroy my dreams, Maury. Why do you say things that you know will hurt me?
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
No, not allowed. Oh, there could be in our room. I don't think we've... I've forgotten what was in our room other than the bonsai. Sorry, lemon tree.
I've looked there already.
No. Maybe we have to drink the coffee first? I can't.
A thermos, presumably
it just tells me
filled with
what
coffee.
it looks like. Maybe the nurse or doctor, but the doctor wasn't here last we checked. Ooh, and this is a space we've never been to.
Various medical supplies. Looks
Oh,
like
surely
no
we'll
patient
find the
is admitted
canister
at
in
the
that
moment.
thing.
I mean, I see some bottles. And a blue pill box.
It's filled with cannulas, those little needle things used to connect an IV. I don't think I need one right now. Unused bandages. Would come in handy in a pinch.
Yet you don't take one. These sure would be handy. Leaves them there.
A portable medical kit with all the essentials.
Need them yet?
I don't need any water right now.
Okay, then there's only one more thing.
An old pre-collapse monitor. Probably not connected to anything.
And that's everything unless this doorway that looks like a doorway, but the doorway is not interactable. Actually, I don't know if I've been out that door as opposed to this door. But I thought they said it was closed or something before.
Locked.
Yeah. You check downstairs again in case the doctor is suddenly back.
Horrible how much I read that.
And that's still a no.
Clearly missing something, I just can't quite figure out what.
That... I've already done...
I tried lifting it up with our super strength. This still feels weird that we haven't used this for anything. But that's about the only thing.
This is probably...
Do I need to muscle the bin?
I don't think extra strength... I'll leave him to it.
Door that it won't let us use. It doesn't let us go to the junk heap.
I don't have a reason.
Maybe we're allowed in this room that we weren't
Looks
before?
like an apartment building.
No. Can I ask people about the key?
Ever see this key before?
Nope. First time.
Okay, we can do the rounds with the key.
Okay, we have something to do. Great.
I found this among Leonard's remains.
Ah, probably his key then. Unless the killer dropped it in there. In any case, I don't know what it opens.
Oh, maybe we're meant to look up his address in the address thing? Where was it?
We did have
This.
that, didn't we?
I don't think I need to look him up.
But I wanna... If we've got his key, then maybe going to his house would let us use his key. I think that makes sense.
It would make sense.
I don't need to look that up. I don't need to...
Maybe I need to
I
ask
had a few
you.
By all means.
Nope. Unless it's...
I learned that Leonard's death wasn't an accident. He was placed in that machine after his death.
I suspected as much. Any leads on his killer?
No, but it would be a strange coincidence if there was no connection to Carl and Maya.
I concur. Thanks for the update. We remain at your disposal if you need help.
Maybe that was a trigger for something else?
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Just lots of cases. Looks like a logbook.
I'm so annoyed that I can't look up the guy's address. That felt like the answer that I was missing.
Yeah, this just confirmed. I don't think I need to look. As expected. Nothing new.
That one was different, though.
I don't need to look.
Okay, no. We don't need anyone's address officially. We already asked you about the key.
Hello again.
Hey there.
So, it looks like Leonard's accident was a murder after all.
Seems so, yeah. We have to catch this psycho before he strikes again.
Agreed.
Or she.
I'm looking for a nutrient canister. Know where I can get my hands on one of those?
No idea. But didn't Maya have some kind of machine in her apartment for that sort of thing?
She did.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, you're hinting that I want... No, but that's maybe just leading us to where the
Alright,
big
I'm off.
canister
Good luck up.
is. Unless we need to fiddle with buttons on that canister? But I think before it just said don't do that?
Maybe this was the thing we needed to unlock that?
Some kind of airtight container. This looks like some kind of...
No, it says
Wouldn't be
bring
the
something
first
else here.
time.
Oh, you think this needs a key?
That combination...
No. Have you seen this key before, random woman?
I don't want to share that with her.
No, I'm not allowed to show you.
Random woman doesn't get to see key. To see.
Oops, I wasn't trying to go in. I was trying to go back to the right.
I don't have any business.
The school is no. There's no doctor in the clinic, only the nurse, and the nurse isn't talkable. I could maybe rub key on nurse, even though nurse isn't talkable.
I don't want to share that with her.
No. We've rubbed it against the police station people. We've rubbed it against Robot Man. I haven't tried rubbing it against the street artist.
I don't think he'd be...
No. Well, the only thing was his DNA here and his DNA here, but that makes sense because he works here.
Yeah. Should we just us go and do a complete rundown on our inventory.
Okay. We have our phone. We have our handgun. We have our notebook. We have the photo that we refused to talk to anyone about.
Have we
took him
looked
by
at the photo
surprise with this
ourselves?
photo. I wanted to capture the real Alex, not the goofball posing for a picture.
The one of our presumably husband, boyfriend that keeps appearing in our visions?
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant.
That was part of the previous case. The fact that they didn't take it away when they took away all the other previous case things is interesting.
Probably we're meant to show it to someone.
The scalpel from the morgue room. The religious book, which includes Pilgrim's Prayer, which is maybe somehow connected to Path of the Pilgrim in the library? Not the library, museum? And the key. But nothing in here seems to need a key.
And we haven't
This
looked
is
properly at
probably
the
where...
key.
It's the key I found in the recycling center. Likely belonged to Leonard.
Yes, we've heard that
Mostly
before.
Leonard's bed.
Okay.
Also weird that his bed... Okay, I was gonna say... Okay, his bed has his DNA.
Could we have a look in her notebook?
I thought I had done everything with that. Oh, there's also that one. Let's make sure we've scanned every source of his possible DNA. Is that slightly different to the chair? No, that is the chair. And we already tried Smart Scan. Yeah. Okay, notebook. Handy dandy notebook. We could ask Robot Man about a canister.
We could. And we've the one thing on the left there. Oh,
Sorry, so it's phone thing, gun, notebook, photo, scalpel.
no, I meant in the room. The room you were in.
In here, the metal thing? There's trolley and metal thing.
No,
And then
we
there's
have
buttons for...
the thing next to the trolley, the green light.
Oh, button for this
The power.
machine. We had to turn
Yes.
this on to make this eject.
Okay, and what was in the metal pile?
It's made out of knives and something else.
Various tools and lots of knives headed for recycling.
Which is why I thought maybe it was... Like, they murdered him
So-
with a knife.
Did we
Shoved
then
it-
connect that with the blade shape?
In here. Oh, good lord.
Wow. I think I just found the weapon that killed Carl and Maya. No DNA or prints. So this knife must have been thoroughly cleaned.
So I was tripped up by the fact that there was no DNA on it. Like, we'd
It's
rubbed
been
these
cleaned,
things...
didn't I?
These things over it, and there was nothing. You needed to scan it with blade shape. Okay. Well done, Maury. Now, Robot Man. Do you have...
Can we now pick it up?
Can you now pick it... Oh. Maybe.
Or do we just recognize that this is the murder weapon and then we leave it there?
Got the knife.
We do. Discover a devious device of death. Achievement unlocked. Sharp-eyed. I assume we would be leaving it, like, because it's part of a big... Maybe I've misunderstood what that is. To me, that looks like a big melted, partially melted pile of metal. But maybe it's meant to just be, here is a pile of completely separable knives.
I mean, pixelated art don't make that easy for you to separate. But now we have a murder weapon to ask about.
Have you seen this knife before? Use weapon on... Not ask about. Use murder weapon with person.
Nah, I don't want to scare the poor guy.
Now,
Hi again.
Hey there.
I want to ask about
Hey,
nutrient
Volter,
canisters.
do you happen to have any containers for liquid nutrients?
Oh, I'm fresh out of those. Sold my last one to Maya Strand. Said she was working on a processing unit for a high-energy liquid food solution. Like people actually want to eat goo.
All right. Thanks anyway.
He was the most likely person to have this.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
This saddens Blobber. What if we show the murder weapon to the police chief and mini policeman?
Have a look at this. It's the weapon used to kill Carl and Maya.
Looks generic. We have hundreds of knives like that in town. Any prints or DNA on it?
Nope. Totally clean.
Damn. Hopefully it could still be helpful in some way.
Commissary?
Yes?
This weapon killed Carl and Maya. I found it in the recycling center.
Then all three killings must be connected. Great work, Agent. We're one step closer to catching the killer.
You are dismissed.
Damn. Murder weapon didn't give us nearly more progress as I was hoping for.
That combination makes no sense.
We must be missing a clue. We must. Okay, so from the last act, well, last day, the things that sticks out that we have to keep is the picture and the book, right?
Yeah, the prayer book and the photo.
And the picture, we've asked everyone about the picture. There's, I think. I don't think there's any new ones we've encountered that we haven't asked about the picture.
Only the new art guy?
I guess the new art guy might have seen her.
I don't want to share that. That's evidence.
That's no to both of them.
Okay. Could we have a look at the prayer book again? If it's not the picture, it has to be the prayer book. Surely that has to mean something. We have the creative contact. We had this. This page already been used, so I don't think that's that. Next page, please.
This could maybe be an order of things to press in the museum. I gaze at the skies. I strike down my foes.
Yes. I'm nearing my goal.
I don't know what that might be. The map? So maybe you have to press the things in the museum.
In The Order of the Pilgrim.
Could be, and that would tie to it being named like it is. Whereas I can't see any other link between Pilgrim and Pilgrim. Right here it said...
Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse.
Yeah.
And then
Path of the Pilgrim.
Pilgrim's Prayer. So I am invigorated. Is presumably the biohealing tank. Then Skies is the Skies one. I strike down my foes. Now there were two that could be this. We were told this could be part of a military thing, and we were told this like this is explicitly a military robot. So I'll go with the explicit military one.
What's it?
I am nearing my goal. I press on for a full day. So rotate the planet Earth one time round.
So.
Whoa.
Okay. New room.
Wow, impressive lab. There's gotta be a whole bunch of third-degree infractions in this place. Maya must have conducted her secret illegal experiments here.
Illegal science.
There were a couple of tapes here. It's one of the tapes I found in Maya's secret lab. It's labeled Huldra. It's one of the tapes I found in Maya's secret lab. It's dated about 1.5 years ago. Various tools for electronics and mechanical work. This place was set up to be
Can we play
private.
those tapes?
Makes sense, given the circumstances.
I was wondering if we clicked on them to listen to them, which is why I...
It smells awful. This must have been here since Maya was killed. Equations of some kind. I can't make sense of them.
I just assumed that the device
Various
that had two
technical
slots kind of
drawings.
remind me of
Some
one of
them
those
look
old tape
similar to the
recorders, so.
womb tank.
This thing?
Dirty laundry, presumably Maya's. Seems like she made herself comfortable down here.
A canister! Boo! We're never going to use the coffee.
Good. I think this is what I need for the womb tank.
Boo!
Feels empty. A big bucket filled with
How
some
does
kind
it
of
feel to
cheese.
have your dreams crushed?
My sand castle is destroyed. Okay, tape on audio station.
In a dream, I was summoned by the Aesir. I had been chosen to create a new god, and her name was Huldra. She would be conjured in my mind, and the creed, at long last, would become manifest. I awoke in tears, and this vision has stuck with me ever since.
Okay,
This
so
woman
she's
doesn't sound very sane.
robot Jesus Joan of Arc.
An AI
any sense, but
superintelligence
okay.
would essentially be indistinguishable from a god. Infinite intelligence leads to infinite knowledge, and by extension, infinite power. Illness, suffering, even death itself could be turned into obsolete concepts. And what is a god, if not one who has reign over life and death?
I was thinking
Yeah,
in terms
those
of
are
that she
conduit ideas, all
is
right.
having religious visions. Lady that is having religious visions.
An electronic headset of some kind. Looks turned off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the lore-wise.
A wall filled with machines. There has to be
Makes no
plenty of illegal
sense.
technology in here.
And someone was put into an incinerator. Sorry. That's a bit like burning at the stake. Terminal locked. Awaiting
This computer
hardware
must
input.
require some kind of hardware key.
Like Leonard's key?
That combination makes no sense.
No.
Why would they mix
Herbal tea. Maybe from Maya's garden
aspect,
upstairs.
which is like from the well, it would be the 19th century because it's 1800s, and then they mix it with the Aesir from Norse mythology. It.
At least we've had no horned helmets yet.
No, but they are mixing up their timelines and just mixing in Norse mythology and just general Norse folk tales. That's part of the Romantic era. That's much later. And now they're making the Huldra a god, and well, I have issues with this, but that's me issue, not most
In
people.
fairness,
wouldn't
they've
be bothered.
described it as they've lost a lot of info from between the ages.
Yeah, I guess we can blame it on that.
Nutrient canister on machine.
All right, all filled up.
Feed baby.
I'm wondering why they would choose to base their new god on a creature that mainly just lured men into their death, but oh well.
Well, because it is to be the death of mankind. It's going to, this baby is meant to be the embodiment of their AI Jesus thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be the death of old man.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone the wrong way because I was thinking about going back to the murder scene. And we actually want up. And then up. And then in. Use canister on baby.
All right, red light gone. Must have done the trick.
Check status.
Looks like things are working out okay for you in there.
Nickname baby or stay professional and detached? Well, we already know its name, right? We know it's named Huldra.
Mm-hmm. But we're gonna come up with a nickname for the baby instead, apparently.
I'm more if you want to, okay, I'm more inclined to stay detached here.
No, we can stay detached, sure.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Seeing a baby like this?
Yeah, it reminds me of everything that happened before.
Same here. But you know, it's not too late.
It is for you, Alex.
It is?
Well, yeah. You're dead.
I am, but you're not. You still have time to make up for what we lost.
Oof.
Dinosaur reference.
I don't know, but I'd like that. The wounds are still fresh, but without you, Alex, I can't. Having children is what I always wanted. Perhaps I could go it alone. I was never mother material. I only tried to play the part because it was something that you needed so badly. I like one.
One is good. Prefer one, I think.
I don't know. I'd like that, but the wounds are still fresh.
I know. I hope you'll find a way to heal soon.
True, boss. The ending didn't really go with the fun, comedic nature of the rest of the show.
Painful memories. I should resume my search for Katerina.
Babysitter. Prioritized installing nutrient canister over pursuing Katerina. Did we? Have we accidentally not chased down the bad guy by feeding the baby? I wasn't aware I was making this decision.
Baby is the main focus now.
Nutrients good, water filtered. Viability 94% happy. Do we show the tapes to our police boss?
I don't think he'd be I don't need to
Our police friend.
I don't need to know. I don't need to show. I had a few questions.
By all means.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is? She may also go by the name Melinda.
Sorry, I'm bad with names.
This weapon killed Carl and Maya. I found it in the recycling center.
Then all 3 killings must...
No, he already
That's
said
all I
that.
needed.
Very well.
Maybe there's something I missed in the lab.
Did we try going to the school this day?
Yeah, it's been... Still, I have no reason to go there.
I mean, we have no reason to go there. I was
big
just
bucket
wondering if it
filled
had
with some kind of
unlocked
tubes.
the day location.
Oh, I mean, that's what she says.
Oh,
Pretty sure.
okay.
I don't have any business in the school.
I have no business in the school. So, if there is going to be a key to this, you'd think it would either be here, in her apartment, or in the baby apartment, right? Those would be the 3 sensible places.
Yes.
A wall filled with machines. There has to be plenty of illegal technology in here.
Pretty sure I clicked everything in here, but I can
Equation.
check.
Various
Probably did.
smell. This place was various tools for dirty laundry. This place. A big.
That was for listening to the tapes. I might not have clicked that specific thing.
Appears to be a wireless data reader of some kind. I don't see how the...
But I'm pretty sure I clicked... I mean, we can double check the others anyway. Needs hardware thing.
A wall filled...
Illegal.
An electron...
Headset.
An electron...
Oh, come on, give me the cup.
Herbal tea.
Yeah. Okay, so none of those. We can try... Actually, the most sensible, because it's closer, is her apartment. But I don't see why anything there would have changed. The hand?
A trophy in the shape of a...
No.
Looks like very...
shells, No. Plants.
Not sure what kind of...
No.
This
Bed.
crude
No.
doesn't appear to have power.
No. Machine.
I have no clue what this thing does. But it looks like...
No. Sketch.
It's a sketch of the exhibition downstairs. It's titled Path of the Pilgrim. Nice collection of some old
items on the
Greek.
shelf.
Oh, even another hint that we were supposed to do something with that.
Yeah. This is meant to also hint that there's a connection between her and the downstairs, other than her being the museum curator. That she's added a secret hidden thing.
Looks like a...
No. Okay, then the other one is the baby room. The baby room would be the other sensible place. But we already looted the baby room, and then they took the baby room things from us, right? There was the letter about running away to here. Damn it.
This must be meant for...
Yeah, that one.
Hey, Kata. Or anyhow, it's hard. He's big, yeah, and I'll...
That was the hint to the date swappity swap puzzle.
Odd-looking thing. No.
And nothing else in here is... Like, we've fiddled with the valve to keep the baby alive, we've fiddled with the console to keep the baby alive.
Some kind of live output.
And the baby
of
is now
technical
looking fine,
information.
right?
I can't make sense of it.
Yes, the console says the status is fine, and if we look at the baby... Baby is fine. Maybe having done these things will have changed the status of the doctor?
Maybe.
Still a no. Have you seen the knife?
That's evidence.
Have you seen the key?
I don't need to...
We can try the new cafe as well, but school...
I don't have any bit...
No. Food room...
Have we showed the picture to the receptionist there?
Maybe not.
I don't need to know her...
No. Food room has... No one new. Ah, there was cutlery though, wasn't there? Somewhere here. Also...
3 plastic... A few identical coffee. A neat stack of plates.
Cutlery is nowhere to be seen. Use with
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Damn.
I think they deliver...
And smoking guy is still not here.
And no one.
I could ask Robot Man about the tapes. But we already listened to them, so I don't know how that's gonna be...
Yeah, we listened to both of them, so I can't see how that's relevant.
I don't want to share that. I don't think he'd...
Yeah. I haven't tried rubbing the tapes on Artman. But again, there's no reason to...
I don't need to...
Imagine why that would be helpful.
Should we just start looking at the different people and see if there's any talking points we haven't haven't done with them.
Like I did that, but maybe there's a new talking point, so okay.
Yeah. I was just wondering if there could be something new
Everything under
based on
control?
the listening to the tapes or
Just a
something.
normal day of fixing one thing and breaking two.
I'm not talkable. My fault. The ability to click the museum versus the town square when you're like near the edge is a bit. You really have to be very, very close to that edge. Is there new talking point?
Hello again, Gabe.
Hey there.
I've literally talked to you about everything except the murder we
Do you know
had
who
from the other
Katarina
day.
Berg is? She may also
You
go by
haven't
the
talked to
name
her about
Melinda.
the
I don't know
victim,
about
though.
Katarina, but Melinda? That's the name of the school teacher, I think. At least that's what I heard the kids call her outside.
Are you absolutely sure?
Positive. As far as I know, she's the only Melinda in Nordsund.
That's excellent news. If you see her, take her into custody immediately, and let your colleagues know to be on the lookout too.
Yes, ma'am.
Just that one thing that you hadn't asked them about, huh?
And it's not even her, and our instant response is not bring her in for questioning, just instantly arrest her.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about Melinda, the school teacher?
Not a lot. I've seen her around with the children, but that's about it.
All right, I'm on.
Good luck out there.
Now am I allowed into the school? That's a silly limitation. Oh well. New space.
Looks like a few kids left some of their clothes here. Looks disconnected. Probably not worth the energy. I don't need to rummage through that. Pictures of teachers and staff decorate
Can
the
we
wall.
compare pictures?
Some are from way back when the school was founded. No names anywhere, though. There are a number of women here who could be Katarina, but it's hard to be sure without something specific.
It's hard to
go
be
on.
sure, Maury. Let's try robbing
Yes,
photo
but
against
if we,
photos.
if we
Let's
rub
see
the
if I can
old
find any
photo against new
similarities between
photos.
any of these women and the picture I have. Oh, right here. Same brass necklace. This has got to be her. All right, I took the picture. Perhaps someone will recognize her. Plenty of outdoor activities planned for the children. Various books and office supplies. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I doubt Katarina would hide anything in here. Too exposed. I think the children grew these themselves. That's good, gives them some practical skills. I don't need to rummage through that. Drawings of different plants and trees, with close-ups of their nuts, leaves, and seeds. Empty. Guess there are no classes today. A photo of Katarina, dated a few months back.
Now we can ask people if they've seen the new photo.
I don't want to share that with her.
I don't wanna. Okay. Doing it to the policeman doesn't really make sense, seeing as we just talked to him about it, but
Mm-hmm.
seeing as my
recognize this
issue was
woman?
I didn't exhaust
Sure,
every
that's
single
Melinda.
option.
She's what?
She's just kind of cute is all.
Gotta learn from your previous mistakes.
Commissary?
Yes,
Do you recognize this woman?
that's the young teacher, isn't it?
Yes, I found the picture in the school.
I see.
I stole
I
the
don't know much
picture in the
else about
school,
her.
you mean? I've already said I have no intention of playing Oblivion Bohemia boss. Please stop nagging me about it. You can ask a robot shop man.
Do you know this woman?
Oh, her. I sometimes spot her off the beaten path, actually.
You do? Where?
By the junk heap. Dunno what business she's got there, but I notice her sometimes when I collect parts. She
Now
thinks
we'll be allowed
nobody
to-
sees her, all sneaky and quick. But I've got keen eyes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Walter.
Now we'll be allowed by the junk heap?
Probably. Probably unlocked something there now.
There are children here.
Looks like he's holding some kind of map.
Surely the children would recognize the teacher.
Hey, you wanna go do something?
I'm tired. Let's just hang out.
You wouldn't be tired if you ate breakfast.
What are you, my dad? I feel sick in the morning. Shut up.
Whatever.
I just wanted to wait for their dialogue to finish. Do you know your own teacher?
No need. I'm sure they know who Katerina is.
And now we're allowed here. Okay, new space. Robot wearing a shawl?
Cute outfit. Must have taken forever to knit.
I mean, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 cars high.
Old shipping containers, neatly stacked. They look fairly intact. Maybe this area used to be a loading dock, and they precede the junk heap itself. Old pre-collapse cars, likely stripped of all usable parts at this point. A refrigerator. I don't really feel like opening it, for my nose's sake.
I mean, you empty a fridge before you throw it away.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen many
But
bicycles.
then
around.
sometimes you don't.
Should be a good mode of transportation around Nordsund. A big old combustion engine exhaust. You don't see many of those around these days.
Like if it's a landlord or someone clearing out an apartment because someone hasn't paid rent, they might just throw the entire thing out if it's smelly instead of bothering removing things.
Yeah. I'm just surprised there's nothing else here. Because I've, like, looked at all the things. The only one she even seems slightly interested in was the
I'm surprised I haven't seen
bicycle.
many bicycles around. Should be a good mode of transportation around Nordsund. I don't see how those things work together.
But this is a new space. There must be something here. Maybe this isn't useful because we saved the baby instead, so she's gone?
I don't know.
That sounds
Go back
very...
to the kids, maybe?
That sounds very potentially possible, right? Because when we saved the baby, it said prioritized baby over capturing lady.
Hmm.
Allie?
Hey, kids.
Hey.
Theo, that's the lady that Miss M...
Shut up, Alicia.
Now, wait a minute. Alicia, is it? You know Miss M?
Of course we do, ma'am. We're kids. She's our teacher.
Yeah, we just know her from school and stuff.
Right. So you haven't seen Miss M around today, have you?
Nope.
Well, I have a few questions for you.
I do, but I feel like they're lying and we should activate lie detection mode, don't you, Maury?
Well, I'm not sure. I agree with you that they're lying. I'm just not sure if... Do we want to go with that using the lie detector? Do we want to go with one of our other tools.
You want to beat up the little children with our super strength.
Okay. I find it really interesting that your mind immediately went there rather than, give them amnesia or something. But by
I
all
can see how
means-
that would be maybe like if she's told them to not tell us about her very recently, or like if they're here as lookouts to like warn her that we're coming, then amnesiaing them would be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think that's one of them.
I want to lie detector them and ask about the teacher more myself. But if you
Okay.
have a preferred...
No. If you want to do that, then by all means.
So Katerina is your teacher, right?
Nuh-uh. Our teacher's name is Melinda, but she prefers Miss M.
You know, I need to find Miss M really badly. Do you know where she would go if she was ever in trouble?
I don't know.
We have no idea, ma'am.
I think you know more. Now would be the time to tell me before you get into trouble.
There's nothing to say, lady.
But Theo...
Alicia, chill. We haven't done anything wrong.
I guess.
No, lie detector is insufficient. So you want to memory blast them now?
Yes.
Theo, look at me for a moment.
Huh? What? I feel funny.
Theo, you okay?
Yeah, I just... Wait, what are we doing again?
Just hanging out? You're being super weird.
Huh? Whatever.
And now you want to ask about her again? Now that he's memory blasted? With or without the lie scanner?
I think without. I don't think that's gonna change anything.
Come on, Alicia. I think you know where to find Miss M.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. I have ways of knowing when a person is lying.
Theo?
What?
Look at me, Alicia, not him. I'm not leaving until you tell me the truth.
What? Who?
On the other side of this tunnel, there's an old fridge with a secret switch on the bottom. Miss M goes through there sometimes.
Thanks. You've been very helpful.
It's
Wait,
just
what?
nag her
Why
once
did you
you've
tell her
detected
that?
her lying.
But
I'll let you guys, talk this out.
It's just nag her once you've detected the lying. Okay, supposedly there's a button underneath?
Oh, there's some kind of switch under here.
Okay, is it as stinky as Maury feared?
There we go.
No, it's a secret tunnel. And there's an electric
Tunnel.
fence.
Oh dear.
If I click this, I'm worried it will kill me rather than look at the fence.
Yes, I would say save, but we don't really have a save or load function, so good luck.
Can't get too close. That's really high voltage. I need to find someone who knows their way around electronics.
Like Robot Man. Electric grid added as a talking point. Okay, so it doesn't kill us. Good. Robot Man! Help us fix the electric grid.
Hi again.
Hey there. What can I do you for?
Hey, do you know your way around electronics?
No way! He just happened to accidentally construct a store filled with robots. Let me guess, you flunked Deduction 101?
Don't mind him. Yes, I do know a thing or two about that.
Well, great. I need you to come with me to disconnect the power to a thing. A trap.
Oh, I'd love to help, but I can't leave the store like this. Got an important customer today. Why don't you check with Lisa over by the museum?
I was gonna
She
say
can
just
probably
that
help you
next.
out.
There was Power Lady.
The woman who was fixing that broken power pole?
Yeah, that's her.
All right, thanks. I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay. He says yes, but no. And if we ask Power Lady...
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. Can you help disconnect it?
I'd love to, but I need to repair this breaker box here first.
Okay, but how long will that take?
Hard to say, but unless this thing miraculously fixes itself, I could be stuck here all day.
To get her help with fixing other electronic thing, we have to fix this electronic thing. Can I ask Robot Man to fix this? And then she will fix that.
He won't leave his shop. Should we go and pixel scrub a bit on the tunnel bit?
Can do.
Hi again.
Hey there.
Okay, no, there's no...
I'm off.
Take care.
It felt to me like he just didn't want to help with the secret passage.
For me, it felt more like he just didn't want to leave the store.
No, I feel he's being more suspicious. So you want in here, and then you wanted... Like,
I just want to have a look.
There's a power cord, but it's beyond the... Maybe we could throw our scalpel at it?
That combination makes no sense.
Throw the knife at it.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Shoot the power line.
I could, but it's dangerous. There's a lot of metal in this cramped space. I could easily get hit by ricochets.
And then the only other thing is the exit out of here.
And if you look at the fence again...
I need to find a way to shut off the power before I can pass through.
Well, don't stress too much, boss.
Could we potentially just power through it? How much damage can we take?
You want to Hulk the electric fence?
Just saying.
Going once. Going
I need to find a way to
twice.
shut off the power before I can pass through.
No, we probably shouldn't. We probably shouldn't.
I need to find a way to...
Nah, doesn't let you. Not allowed to Hulk your way through.
Okay,
Have you
I
seen
have
the
one
murder weapon?
idea.
No,
I
I
have
don't
one
want to skip.
idea.
Have you seen the
It's
key?
gonna
I don't think she'd be...
Yeah, Mori, your idea?
You're gonna have to make a choice. Who do you like the least by Repair Lady and Guy in Robot Shop?
Repair Lady. She was obstructing us
Okay.
getting into the museum at the start of the game.
Okay, if we amnesia Repair Lady, will she no longer know that she has to fix the other thing first?
Or
And I assume
amnesia
the same
Robot
thing-
Man so that he doesn't know he
and-
has to stay in his
yeah.
store?
Yeah.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. Can...
I'd love...
Okay, but...
Hard to... Huh. Wait a minute. What the heck am I doing out here? Wasn't I in the middle of something? I better go back to the workshop and figure something out. Maybe just a quick break first.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. Can you help disconnect it?
I suppose I have nothing better to do. Lead the way.
I've forgotten my to-do list for the day.
System is kind of cranky, so I'll only be able to cut the power briefly. Wait for a window and then do your business, but don't take too long or the power will come back on.
Got it. I'll go check it out and let you know when I'm done.
Okay.
We on a
good
timer?
luck.
Quickly, we're on a timer. Or not, because it's removed it as a talking point, which suggests that it is permanently fixed. It isn't fixed. Well, there we go. It is fixed.
Ugh, it's stuck.
Oh, now we need to muscle it?
Mm-hmm.
And the cord is no longer something that we can fiddle with.
Why is it glowy? I don't like that it's glowy.
Oh, it was
I don't
turning
like
on
that
and
that's-
off periodically.
Oh no, never mind. It's your elbow. Your elbow is giving off like this weird green glowy thing on the screen.
Don't
And I
move.
thought it was the game.
Wait, you're that city cop. Fuck, I was expecting. Ugh. Today is not your day, sister.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Officer down!
I'm sorry. I can't let you leave. Ugh. All this better be worth it.
Oh, it's a timed event. I meant to do something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but don't move.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Fuck, I was expect.
Handgun
My
her.
service pistol. It fires conventional projectile. The battery is the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
Shit!
Wait, we're not even gonna try to talk her out of killing us?
What are you waiting for? Finish me off then.
Step
I
away
mean,
from the weapon.
The
Get on your
just
knees
waiting
and
for her
turn
to do more
around.
dialogue killed us.
Fuck, this hurts! Oh,
We assumed we would have to
Okay,
click
sister.
and talk to her.
you win.
Talk her down from the edge.
So, you believe that the killer is after you now?
I know he is. He got Maya and Carl. I'm next, obviously.
Let's not forget Leonard Dahl. He was butchered this morning.
Leonard? The recycling guy? Jesus, I had no idea. That's odd.
Odd how?
Because, actually, I have to give you the whole story for it to make
Because
sense.
he's not part of our
Carl
cult.
and I wanted a child, but I can't. I have viable eggs, but there are other complications.
I can relate. Me and my partner, something similar happened. I understand your desperation. You took a calculated risk and it had dire consequences. Maybe we're the killer, Rolling Ninja? My condolence. No, because we only got here after the first murder. So that doesn't make sense. My condolences. Rotten luck doesn't mean you can break the law. Life isn't fair.
I'm sorry, but I'm leaning toward third.
I like third too, so I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one being a meanie.
My condolences. However, rotten luck doesn't mean you can
I mean,
break the law.
just because
Life
you
isn't
can't
fair.
doesn't mean that you
I
can
didn't
break
think you'd
the law.
understand. We saw a chance and took it. So anyway, we came into contact with a woman called Maya Strand who claimed that she could help us have a baby. She'd built a replica of an old womb tank. Forbidden technology, of course.
I see. And what did she want in return?
To
Our
infect
help
the
with
baby
some of
with
her other
AI.
shady experiments. The lady was somewhat frail. She couldn't handle much heavy labor. She eventually revealed that she was a self-proclaimed member of the Conduit. Probably figured we had too much to lose to turn her in. She was right.
Yes, I found the conduit connection. Playing with fire.
Yeah, so Carl and I decided to play along until after the birth and then escape Nordsund as a family.
So you merely pretended to sympathize with conduit beliefs, and then Maya was murdered.
Yes, E-Pose did it, I'm sure. Those assholes must have found out.
E-Pose. That rings a bell.
Earth Preservation Orthodox Society. Anti-tech group. You must have heard of them over at the Bureau. Used to be terrorist classified.
Oh yeah, I remember. So they have a church here in Nordsund?
Yep, near the old mall in Northtown. Big
Terrorists
place.
have a
They get
church.
visitors from all over.
Why do you think they were responsible? Or so you think the fanatics are picking you off one by one? Do they know about the baby? Are we going protect the baby?
I thought you didn't want to get attached to the baby.
So you want... Why do you think they're responsible?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you believe E-Pose is responsible for the murders?
Who else? There's only
you
one
wanna
group
stick to
still
that,
violently
no,
opposing
we
the
don't care about
conduit,
the baby
and
thing.
that is EPOS.
There's a hole in this murder
To add
theory,
that
though.
on the end now,
Leonard
Laurie.
Dahl.
Oh, yeah. No idea how that guy fits into all this. Could be
You
unrelated.
put us on this trail.
I saved the baby. I and I alone wanted the coffee thermos to save the baby, Maury.
Yeah, and I was the one who was okay with giving the baby a nickname and, you know, actually care about the baby.
I don't think caring about it when it's probably infected with AI is a good idea, but murdering it either is also a bit far. Unrelated is improbable, given the historically low murder rate. You don't know Leonard at all, he wasn't a member of your group, or perhaps he was EPOS and you killed him to avenge your friends. I like 2, I think.
I'm okay with 2.
So you didn't know Leonard at all? He wasn't a member of your group?
Not as far as I know, but Maya kept us on a need-to-know basis. It's possible that she worked with him in some way.
If all of this is true, why did you take a new name when you came to Nordsund?
It's a long story, but I left a life that was pretty ugly. I had to escape an abusive boyfriend. I needed a fresh start here in Nordsund. The nickname thing just happened. It felt natural, and then, well, I guess it stuck.
That doesn't explain why your relationship with Carl was kept a secret, though.
Carl and I happened really fast. It wasn't so much intentionally kept a secret, it just never became a public thing. When we started collaborating with Maya, we obviously had all the more reason to keep things quiet.
Well, I'm going to give all of this some thought and report to my superior. I'll be back later if I come up with more questions.
Okay, before you go, just the womb tank. The nutrients must be running low by now. Without replenishment, he could be hurt.
Oh,
Even
it
die.
may be out of sequence.
You don't need to worry. I replaced the canister today. The baby was fine.
You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it has voice lines for if you have out of sequenced.
A long-distance radio. It's connected to the roof, so I'm guessing there's an exterior antenna hidden among the junk. A lightweight aluminum pot with some leftover beans inside.
How do you say aluminium, Maury?
Aluminum?
Ah, you say it the American way? Okay.
I think
High
so because
quality
it's closer
heater.
to Norwegian.
One could get
one.
reasonably comfortable here in the winter.
What is it in Norwegian?
A bug-out bag, I'm
No,
guessing.
no, I'm questioning it.
You can never really
it's,
have too much water stored up.
Aluminium.
That's like halfway.
Yeah.
A small desk with a layer of dust on it. I'm gonna head out now. Don't go too far.
In this condition, hardly. I'm gonna need plenty of rest.
You have to admit you had it coming. I'll be back later.
It's your fault you got shot.
Or is it just Blobber who's a bit trigger happy, which we already know about, shooting people in the head?
He's lucky it was in the arm, eh?
Yeah.
No.
If it was Watson firing a gun, it would be right to the head.
I felt like the dialogue tree had ended because the little heads in either corner had stopped, and if you do nothing after the head stops, she kills you. So it feels like you're meant to use an item in that time. And the only item would be either throw a knife at her, but pulling a knife on someone with a gun sounds stupid. So gun is the most reasonable. Maybe we could have amnesia'd her? As a non-violent answer? And that didn't occur to me at the time.
Agent England. Right on time.
Councilwoman?
Oh,
I
stop
mean,
it.
a knife
That
in a
word always makes
gunfight
me
is
feel
just the
old.
Crocodile Dundee
Call me
answer.
Stina.
All right then, Stina. I have some things to report.
Always straight to the point. You allergic to small talk, kiddo?
Sorry. Been a long day. I just want it to be over.
Well, suck it up. I need to vent. Had an argument with a friend today.
Yeah? What about?
Not important, but we ended up going our separate ways. Isn't it funny how quickly things can change?
I guess.
History, trust, respect. Poof. Gone.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll get back in touch. It's a shame, but I see it as a natural cycle. People grow apart. Ugh, that's too depressing. Yeah, that's why we need to stay strong for those moments when you've only got your... Oh god, they're all depressing.
I mean, I'm leaning towards B, but
You want no one can be friends forever? There's no such things as friends forever?
people grow apart sometimes. I'm not saying it happens to everyone, but sometimes people just grow apart.
But it's part of the natural cycle of things, Mari.
Yeah.
That implies it's the same for everyone.
A shame, but I see it as a natural cycle of things. People grow apart. Did you know that
fine
on
with that.
average, friendships last for 7 years?
Aren't you the walking encyclopedia?
So I wanted to share something else. My augmentations grew stronger this morning. The blue is starting to adapt to my psychology.
Blossoming before my very eyes, are you? Do tell. What new things can you do?
Tell her or be obsequious?
I can't see that we gain anything from holding it secret, but maybe we do?
Is she the murderer? And if we tell her...
We're next.
So you wanna not let her know?
I'm okay with either. I have no strong opinions either way.
What drives Amori to be neutral?
I seem to be able to make people forget things.
She's our boss.
I better invite you over then. I've got some things I'd rather forget.
Doesn't seem to work like that. It only affects short-term memory. Can't really pick and choose.
Ah, too bad. You'll improve it though, with practice. So, how was this recent experience of yours? Quite a ride for a rookie such as yourself, am I right?
I was well prepared. I didn't sleep through training. You're being extremely inquisitive as to my experiences with the blue. I'd prefer to discuss the case. Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works in depth. I like 3 because I want to know more about the magical technology.
Okay,
But-
I was leaning towards 1, but I'm fine with 3.
Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works.
Because
in
she
depth?
said she has that as
Sure.
well.
As the lab coats over at the Bureau have shown time and time again, no one really knows how the hell blue works.
But that's only on a cellular level, right? We still have some data on the bottom line.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it like this. Lady Blue is your best friend. She knows what you want, what you need. A slow but deliberate beast. She grows stronger with time, but there's no lying to her, and there's no hiding from her. If you wish to destroy your enemies, she'll give you strength and speed. If you desire knowledge, she'll expand
Yeah.
your mind and sharpen your senses. If you want to connect with others, she'll give you an aura of comfort, honesty, and trust.
This
Simply
is
put,
so good.
Blue is pure liquid power. Now, let's hear your report. I've heard rumors about quite a grisly spectacle in the recycling center.
I was about to say, what if you get different powers based on which of the
Ebos,
things
huh?
you have as your
Those
strongest
guys are
thing?
gonna be a pain to deal with. First, they're well armed. Second, they got pulled with City Hall. Our beloved mayor recently granted their church embassy status.
Wait, what? So they're out of my jurisdiction?
Not quite. It's one of those legal limbos. Sure, you can force your way in without breaking any laws, but they also have the right to defend themselves from unsanctioned intruders.
That's absurd. In other words, they can gun me down without repercussions.
I wouldn't say that. It's kind of a hassle to dispose of your still warm corpse.
Like this case couldn't get any worse.
No. You're an agent. The creme de la creme of the Central Bureau. Time to act like one. Infiltrate and
I'm just gonna
evade.
step away
remember?
for a second. I think I
If
heard
you
a
do
dog
find
in need
evidence
of
that these
rescue.
nut jobs are responsible for the killings, we'll get a diplomatic warrant.
All right. I have to be discreet then, and try to get inside without arousing suspicion.
Bingo. And, well, hope they don't already know who you are. That would make things awkward.
Okay then. I'll get some rest and visit the church in the morning.
Good plan, Agent. Dismissed.
And this may be reset? I really, really like the idea of you get different powers based on which way you're playing. That is super cool that there are multiple solutions to the things,
You know,
even if you only
the
get
story
access
of
to one of
Katerina
them.
and Carl reminds me so much of what we went through.
Yeah. Similar circumstances, but she put her family above all. She refused to let others decide their future. A part of me wishes we'd done the same. If we were given a new chance, would we take
And
it?
I return.
Consequences
False
be
alarm.
damned?
Just dog
I
having a
know I would.
nightmare.
I'd give anything for another shot.
Very vivid dream of some
I'm
sort.
not sure if I would. It would mean betraying a lot of what I stand for.
I get that. I suppose being dead gives me a different perspective on things.
Did you get them their emotional support plushie?
This can't be
Wrong
healthy.
dog for that.
And has other doggo been found?
Yes, that was the dog that was now having a nightmare.
We had a talk with our husband about how our situation was similar to girl that we shot. And I also commented how I really like the idea that you get different powers depending on which way you play. So
Yeah,
that it means
that's
there
very neat.
are multiple sort of solutions to the puzzles, even if you only get access to one of the solutions because of the way you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
There's that feeling again. Whoa.
Tutorial Mimicry. Mimic a person, copy their appearance and voice. Collect an audio-visual signature by observing the target, and then activate it to assume their identity. Only one may be stored at a time.
Morning, Agent. Dr. Parison asked me to tell you to meet him in the morgue. He's done with the remains from the recycling center.
All right, thanks. I'll go have a look before I pay Epos a visit.
Now. Are you good to keep going, Maury? You happy to do another day?
I'm okay with doing one more day.
Cool. I am too. Hopefully it's not like double the length of this one, but we'll... Can we learn your appearance?
At least you got to have dinner.
I don't
did.
need to mimic him.
I'm not allowed to copy him. Fair enough. Can I learn to be the policeman?
I don't need to mimic.
No.
I don't have any business in this.
We were meant to go speak to the doctor, so fine, we'll do what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
He looks sick. I shouldn't bother him.
Can I become him?
I don't need to mimic him.
And is he in the patient room or is he in the morgue? He's in the morgue.
Well, Leonard, it's been quite gross working with you.
Oh, is there
Hello
any new
again.
updates to our notebook?
I've got a present for you, Agent.
Is that so?
Yep,
I don't
right here on
remember
this
it
tray.
appearing with a
If you're a
notebook
fan
thing,
of
but we
minced
can
meat,
check.
I've got a bucket full of Leonard out back too.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Good choice. The seasoning is subpar, to say the least.
You take your jokes way too far, Doctor. Now, what have you found?
Well, obviously, the poor man was shredded. Fortunately for him, it happened when he was already dead.
Yeah, I came to the same conclusion. Can you tell me anything about the cause of death?
Not much.
No,
with
I've
the
had
remains in
mine,
this state.
Ninja, so I'm good.
No signs of toxic substances, but that obviously still leaves a lot of options open.
Noted. So what's this in front of me?
Oh, yes. I noticed a pattern on Leonard's
Puzzle
skin.
time?
Likely a tattoo. These are all the pieces I could find. Not sure how they fit together, but I kept them in case you wanted to have a look.
All right, I'll check them out.
Puzzle time! And this looks a bit like a rune to me, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Probably multiple. No, it's maybe just the one.
Can I rotate them? No.
Another rune I recognized.
Where the hell does this go?
It goes between those two. You click the foot up
Okay.
too high.
Okay.
Huh. Looks like Leonard had this symbol tattooed on him. I'll copy it to my notebook.
Is this a rune, Mori?
Not one that I'm familiar with at all. I mean, runes generally don't have circles. It's very much sharp lines always.
We do. We have the ex-terrorist church as a new talking point.
Hmm. Okay.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
What's your opinion on the Free Church of Epos?
I try to steer clear of those people. Any form of superstition, religious or otherwise, is of no interest to me.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Would you snitch?
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie.
Can you talk to us about the knife?
I finally got my hands on the murder weapon.
Ah, yes, it definitely looks the part. Where'd you find it?
At the scene of Leonard's murder.
Any prints or traceable remains on it?
Sadly,
I'm
no.
afraid not.
Well, at least it ties him to Carl and Maya. Either they're all victims of the same murderer, or he killed them himself.
Yeah, always something.
That looks less than I would have hoped for. Can we ask... Well, now that we know the tattoo, can we ask you about it?
So this is how Leonard's tattoo turned out.
Interesting. What does it mean?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Looks like one of those runes Maya liked to litter the town with.
Oh, wait, that's her doing?
Yes. As I understand it, she was a major voice on the building.
No.
Huh.
No.
Most
I've been
certainly
wondering
does
where
not.
the symbols came from.
Yeah. Me, personally, I like the aesthetic.
Only
I
one
think it
step
gives the
removed
town a
from horned
distinct
helmets.
Definitely. The tattoo doesn't look runic to me, though, but I'll keep your theory in mind.
Ooh, she agrees. It doesn't look runic to MC.
Uh-huh.
You know the tattoo?
I don't need to show him that.
Do you know the tattoo?
I don't need to show her that.
Do the police know the tattoo? Does Robot Man know the tattoo?
Recognize this symbol?
I would assume artist guy would know a tattoo.
Yup, we could see if Artist Man is still there. I suspect he may have moved. Like, it's a new day, and last
Commissary?
time the artist had moved at the end of the next day.
Do you recognize this symbol?
Doesn't look familiar to me.
In good news, that might mean that our poetry man has returned, and we can finally get the end of our poem. Nah, forever not going to know our poem.
It's a sad, sad world.
Do you recognize this symbol?
Is this like one of those, whatchamacallit, Rochuck tests?
It's Rorschach, and no.
Oh boy, can I go first, Pops?
Of course, lad.
Walter, find an off switch for the love of God.
Oh man, I had the best interpretation too. There was a wiener and everything.
Sorry about that. Boys will be boys, huh?
Is he actually
Do you
turned off now?
recognize this symbol?
Is this like what?
It's
No. Okay, no, he doesn't actually turn it off. What do
Hi,
you know
hey
about the
there.
terrorist people?
What do you know about the Free Church of Epos?
Oh, nothing much. I know their headquarters is over at the old mall past Northtown, but I've never been inside.
So that's the
I'm
thing
off.
up the stairs
See you
at the
later.
mall
Take care.
that we weren't
Bye-bye,
allowed in
police
before?
lady.
Yeah, it's probably.
But we need to be someone that they won't shoot.
Mm-hmm. Good thing we got the disguise thing going.
But we need to know... Beg pardon, but we need to know who is a member so that they won't shoot. Like, just not being us might not be enough. We might have to be a specific people or peoples that they like.
Rolf looks busy.
Mhm.
I'll leave him to his work.
Well, can we become Roffle?
Rolf looks busy. I'll leave him to... Rolf looks busy.
No, I'm not allowed to. It did get turned into flowers, even if they aren't hugging each other.
Looks
It
like I
might
was
be
right
that
about
what
the
answer
flowers.
you give changes what becomes of it.
Could be.
Other guy is not back here. I was going to ask him about the church, but... Is this our poet? I think he had different clothes.
Change of venue?
Yes, this is where
No,
the
it
recital will
is.
take place later. Great
All right.
acoustics.
Ah. Can I have a little foretaste?
Hit us up.
Very well. The same wind, my dear. The same wind. Shook the walls of Jericho. Dried your tears. No Lee to be found. No trust, nor joy. This fire you were set to guard, and I to rest by its side. Your weapon rusty and old. An ounce of solace to seek, while you grow old and weak.
And that,
That was
totally does
I
tie to
love
the
the
answer
ending.
we gave.
You're too kind.
Mhm.
Right? Because we were afraid of old age, which is the ending.
Yeah.
We wanted to clean our weapon as our guilty pleasure, which was your rusty old blade. Oh, superb.
Maybe later. I don't feel an urge for a coffee break
Happy
right
blobber.
now.
Do we become the him.
I don't need to make him forget anything.
Wrong one, I'm sorry. I wanted to mimic him, not memory erase him.
I don't need to mimic him.
Although I could memory erase him just to have him tell me the poem again. Keep telling me the poem.
Maybe later.
So I can't. And if I try and go up, will they shoot us?
Only one way to find out.
Hi there.
Greetings, and welcome to the Free Church of Epos. If you wish, you can enter our public prayer room to the right for some silent contemplation.
All right, thanks. What about the rest of the church?
The other areas are off limits to non-members.
Oh. Can I become a member then?
Now is not a good time. We're preparing for a special guest who has come a long way. If you return next week, we'll see what we can do.
I understand. Thanks. I wonder if this special guest can help somehow.
I'm surprised the bird is non-interactable.
I'd guess those are members of the church. I don't recognize any of them. A neat row of candles, probably for ceremonial use. A fancy-looking E. It's the Epos logo, I believe.
And that's not the direction we're allowed. We were told
Looks
to go
like
this
some
way.
kind of public prayer room or chapel. There are a few people in there.
But I'm not allowed to go in?
Looks like some...
I really thought we would go in, look at the people in there, and absorb one of those people. And that they would be members, and so we'd be allowed into the other zone. But apparently it's not that easy. Can we become the guard?
I suppose I could, but it wouldn't help me get past him.
I was about to then point out, but how, like, he's not going to react violently to his exact clone turning up.
No, but
How-
if there was a scuffle, we could claim that he was the clone. That's the only thing I could see
Do
there.
the Spider-Man thing? He's the fake. No, he's the fake. I was imagining that then we'd have to get him to, like, trade out for the next person. And then we walk back in and be like, I forgot something, I'm sorry.
Would have made sense.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Members only.
Looks like some...
Maybe I just used the mimic on the doorway, which seems like a stretch, but...
I can only collect signatures.
Yeah.
Can we ask him about the VIP? Or will he just then repeat himself?
Can do.
No point.
No, there's no point in talking to him.
Can we ask him about anything else? Or is it just don't
No,
want to talk
it
to
literally
us at all?
just, I won't talk to you, yeah.
Interesting.
I don't want to disturb. I don't need to
And there
know
was
his
nothing
opinion.
else we could look around at up there.
No. Okay. Can we become... Oh, hello.
He looks busy sifting through the junk. I'll leave him be.
How odd. Does that just so that we don't go through here again?
Could be. Can you ask the scavenger about the church?
If I click on him, it doesn't open a dialogue. It just says I will leave him alone.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Everyone that Mori wants to talk to is not allowed to be talked
Oh,
to.
you're back.
Sure am.
Oh, do we go get her some bandages? There were the bandages in the medical thing.
Yeah.
I'm willing to go do that. I do feel I feel a small measure of responsibility for her being shot.
That's the man who shot her.
Don't draw on a police person.
Hmm?
Like, you don't draw weapons on a police person and expect to...
Unused
Ay.
bandages.
No, I'm still not allowed the bandages. Okay, we can't help her. It's
Oh
worth
well, we
looking
tried.
at.
Can we ask other people about the church?
Yeah, there's still other people to ask about both the church and the rune. But,
Not a rune?
Yes.
You're back.
The in-game rune, Mori.
No, not even the game says that it's a rune. One guy said it.
I don't need to
Another
mimic her.
guy said it was one
We
of those
said that it
tests
doesn't.
that you look at.
Oh yeah, he thinks it's a Rorschach test, yeah. I'm surprised we didn't become her. Is there anything else
I
to
need
talk to
to
you
pick
about?
your.
Okay.
I don't think that's relevant to her.
Nope, she doesn't know about it.
What do you
about the
make of this
tattoo?
symbol?
Just looks like a stick figure to me.
All right, I got.
Good.
All right, I'm go.
Okay.
Okay, so she's no use. Who else? You wanted the scavenger, but we can't talk to the scavenger. Is the school full of children?
I don't have any business.
No, we're not allowed into the school. There are new people here.
Hey there, how are you holding up?
Mysterious
Oh.
stranger.
You again. I'm doing
Oh,
okay.
it's him.
Any luck with the case?
Some. Have time for more questions?
I suppose.
I'm looking for a traveler headed for the Church of Epos. Seen anyone like that?
The only person I can think of is that hooded woman sitting
I
over
was
there.
just drawing a circle around the
She might
person
be the
being
one
like,
I'm looking for.
they look like a
Thanks.
traveler.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll let you get back to your drink.
Okay. Good luck
Like
out
this
there.
person sitting here with a hooded cloak.
Her sleeve has the Epos symbol. Maybe this is the special guest headed for Epos. Excuse me?
Yes? Can I help you?
Oh, never mind. Sorry, thought you were somebody else.
Can we ask you about the stick figure tattoo?
Can you answer a few more questions?
I suppose.
Can you tell me anything about this symbol?
Whoa. Leonard had that thing tattooed on his chest.
Yeah? Any idea of what it means?
Not exactly, but when I asked him about it, he just said, it represents my devotion. Whatever that means.
Noted.
Let's go look at the book and see if it was
I'll
in
let
the
you get back.
religious
Okay.
book.
That could be.
Not that I see here. No. Okay, we can become the lady though. Do we have to do it in private or can we become her whenever?
I don't see what I have to gain by disguise.
Okay, we can do it at the location.
I don't see what I. I need to get out of sight first.
Well, that's why I was trying to do it in the other space game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little clunky.
Greetings.
Welcome, Reverend. We've been expecting you. Step right through.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 23. Suppose it wouldn't be a church without a Bible quote or two. Sturdy-looking filing cabinet.
Why is it
hello,
like they're
Reverend.
electrocuting
Sorry about the
someone?
noise. The assembly
Maybe
hall
they are.
is to your right, past the locker room.
Thank you. An armed guard. There's likely more of them around, so I should be careful.
Can I memorize you?
I don't need to mimic him. A bunch of storage boxes with initials on them. Several of the initials match people I know, but it could be a coincidence. If I had reason to believe one of them was Epos, it might be a good idea to come back here.
Come back here once you have evidence. But at least it's a hint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might work as a distraction for the guard outside. I need to be sure that I don't have a reason to return to this room, though.
I'm not allowed to do this until I've done the boxes.
Some kind of large pool or bathtub.
Is what I got from that.
Some kind of assembly hall with plenty of people inside. I should stay clear.
But it didn't tell me the names of all the initials here.
A bunch of storage, several of the...
And it hasn't been added to our notebook?
So we need something else probably before that.
That's a little weird because it wants us to only work in one direction, right? It wants us to have other evidence and use to do this, whereas I should be able to, like, look at all the names here and then go investigate each of those people to find out if there is supporting evidence that each one of those people are or aren't involved in the cult.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So there doesn't look like there's anything else here. Until we have the solution to the boxes, I don't think it will let us do this.
I don't think extra
Yeah.
Was there anything else we could do in the previous room?
We've got an intruder!
Get shot. We can get shot in the previous room.
I guess, do you have to click the thing back up?
No, I think it was because I used muscle. Using muscle undid disguise.
Looks like a timeline of how the EPOS seal has changed
Can we
over
go
the years.
towards the light thing? Where it's
The
kind of
original
flashing?
EPOS logo
Oh,
from before
pictures.
the collapse.
Fancy. Oh, that's a
The
tattoo.
second version of the EPOS logo from sometime after the collapse.
The third
The
picture
third
is the
version
tattoo.
of the EPOS logo, designed about 15 years ago. The current version of the EPOS logo. No way. It's the tattoo design. That must mean Leonard is a member of EPOS. Or, well, he was, at some point at least. I'll get rid of the sketch, now that I've identified the symbol.
I will remove this item, so you don't attempt to brute force with it.
It says LD on this box right here. That's gotta be Leonard Dahl. Locked, obviously.
Well, how fortunate we have Leonard's key.
Got a written piece of paper. Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant. Seems like Leonard was up to something shady. I'll have to find his brother and figure out what the quote is.
For a moment, I was like, are we gonna have to be an impression of Leonard and go ask the father, what, does he know my favorite book? And how are we going to do that when his body is a fine paste? But now that we've done that, I should be allowed to do this. Yes. And now we rip it off.
I don't think extra strength.
Really? I thought we would break this and then distract the guard with it.
Remember to put your disguise back on now, though.
Thank you, Mari. Because, like, all he's going to do is walk in that room and be like, "You left the tap on, you idiot."
All right, let's see if this works.
What the heck?
Sorry I skipped through that. I thought it might be on a
Some kind of
timer
metal
and that I'd had to do it quickly.
With a few men
So I was
working on
clicking.
what looks like construction materials.
My bad.
The room is a dead end, so I'll avoid it. Locked. Damn. Locked.
No, I wanted a muscle.
Ugh, still won't budge. I'll have to find another way.
Okay, go back to being her.
Do we have to push the thing? The thing we were hiding behind?
Sturdy looking.
You want to push the
Sturdy
filing
looking
cabinet?
filing cabinet.
No.
I figured maybe we could push it so that we block him in or something. If we're standing behind it.
A ventilation panel. Can't reach it from here.
Jump up to it with our super strength.
I don't think extra strength helps there.
I mean, extra
Can
strength
we
would help
climb
you
on
jump.
top of the ventilation cabinet?
We can only push it in the other direction.
Ugh, it's stuck.
What the hell is that noise?
Shit.
We've got an intruder!
Makes sense.
How do I make it push quietly?
You probably
Oh, I
don't.
time it to be with the moving of this.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's stuck. All right, it's loose now.
Timingu.
Six new members over the last month. The Bacarbo parish is also doing better now.
They managed to resolve their financial difficulties?
Oh yes, Elsa is doing great work there. Sending her on our behalf was the right call. That brings us to the subject.
Did you
of
put our
these
disguise back on?
horrid murders.
Vile acts, for certain. I pray that the church will stay clear of any blame.
Why shouldn't it? We had nothing to do with those atrocities.
I know that, old friend. But surely our enemies will not ignore an opportunity like this.
I suppose so. Our violent past coming back to haunt us.
Sadly, the fact that one of our people was victimized will inevitably draw eyes upon the church.
Yes, maybe it's in our best interest to invite the police as a gesture of good faith.
It would certainly show them that we have nothing to hide.
Very well. Let's bring the subject to a vote at the council tonight.
Well, they seem free of guilt.
At the very least, it seems like the church leadership didn't sanction the murders. I'll wait a bit and see if they leave.
I mean, if Leonard had told them what he knew,
I
they
don't think
might
it's safe to
have,
go back
but
that way. Administrative paperwork.
don't think I've ever seen that word before. Secretariat?
Wow, that's a lot of books. They have an impressive library here.
The only thing is exit. And you want us to become her again?
Welcome, visitor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They might want to invite the police, but I don't think they wanted to invite them that quickly.
You can drop the smoke and mirrors routine, miss.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. While you may fool my younger cohorts, this old man has had dealings with your kind before. Please do me the courtesy of removing that mask. Thank you. Much better circumstances for a civil conversation, wouldn't you say?
I guess so. I was half expecting you to yell for the guards.
Luckily, I am a man who defies expectations. Special Agent, Violent Crimes Central Bureau.
Oh, it's you again. The man from the train.
Indeed. I never forget a face, but I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
It's Agent England.
Ah, I am Vilgut. I assume you are aware of our legal status.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not here to cause any trouble. Just trying to do my job.
Why would you cause trouble? That sounds quite unnecessary.
There's quite enough of it already.
Let's say you were sheltering a murderer. I would have no choice.
Good thing there are no murderers here, then, for all parties involved.
Yeah. I overheard what you said to that priest. It's clear to me that you had nothing to do with the killings.
That's a relief. With that unpleasantry taken care of, perhaps I can be of assistance.
We can ask about the brother's favorite book.
So you had a member called Leonard Dahl.
We did, yes.
Do you happen to know what kind of books he liked to read?
One book he borrowed frequently was The Kingdom of God,
is Within You.
In fact, it still hasn't been returned. It should be among his estate.
Would you be able to say if he had any favorite quotes from that book?
No, you should ask someone who spent more time with him.
Fine, I'll do that. What kind of book is it anyway?
It's about non-violence, to summarize.
Got it. Thanks. That's all, for now.
Understood. I'll be here if you have more inquiries.
Am I just allowed to exit now then?
Oh, the passage led back here. Good. Since I left the door unlocked behind me, I'll be able to come back the same way.
We've unlocked a link back point. Okay, so next would be ask the co-worker man in the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Because he seems to be the person that's closest to murdered man that we know.
I mean, you can just go and get the book first, probably. He might have underlined something.
Can you answer a few more questions?
I suppose.
Do you remember Leonard quoting a book?
He used to say this phrase every now and then. Not sure if it's from a book, though.
Yeah? What was the saying?
I don't remember exactly. Something about life and being human, I think. Sorry, might recognize it if I saw it.
He agrees with you. Go get the book first, says
I'll let you get back to your drink.
NPC.
Okay, good luck out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Maury. So where do you want us to go?
I mean, where he had his bed and everything.
So the baby room?
No, Leonard, didn't he live at the recycling bin part?
Oh, okay. Recycling space.
I thought he lived there. He didn't have a bed there, didn't he?
That thing in the back of the, yeah. There's books and there's a desk and there's his DNA on the bed and here. So now that we know what book to look for, this is useful.
There it is, the book from the library. Got The Kingdom of God is Within You by Leo Tolstoy. This looks ancient, pre-collapse for sure. A number of pages are marked in the margins, likely to easily find them. Even if one of the marked pages contains the quote I need, there's too much text. I'll need more to go on. Maybe someone who had regular contact with Leonard would know the quote if they saw it.
And then this is hinting from the other side.
Hmm.
But we already know that. I out of sequenced.
Hey, I got something to show you.
Okay.
Have a look at these marked pages. Does anything remind you of things Leonard used to say?
Give me a minute, will you?
Sure.
Here. The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity. Leonard used to say that whenever I was late for work.
Perfect. Thanks.
No problem.
Also, we get to keep the book.
Yay.
But now what? Do we speak to the father about this?
No, we need to speak to the brother because we had to tell the brother the password, didn't we? I don't remember the note.
I assumed that
Did
meant
we bring the
brother.
note?
Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant.
Do you think it means, like, sibling brother?
I think so.
Okay, I thought they meant, like, he's in a cult. Church thing. I thought it meant brother as in, like, you know, not quite a priest.
I don't need to look that. Let's see
No,
if
because
there are
at
any
that
more
point I
people
think he
called
would
Dahl
just,
in the
if I
records.
die, give this to
Oh, there's
the
Rolf
reference.
Dahl, that odd gardener guy. Looks like he's the only other Dahl, so he must be Leonard's brother.
Roffle is the answer? No, it was up. I'm sorry, it's up, 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 up. Use book on him?
I should keep this to myself, or he might figure out that I'm not the person Leonard wanted to have the evidence. Hello, Rolf.
Hey, look, I'm pretty busy here. Not really a good
Hey,
time to talk.
I'm farming
This
here.
can't wait. You heard about your brother, right?
It's a small town. What do you think?
Sorry about your loss, but I really need to ask you some questions.
Fine.
The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity.
I don't believe this.
You have something for me, Rolf?
I guess so. You know, you're the last person I was expecting. Was my brother a police informant?
Yeah. We were building a case, but that's all I'm at liberty to say.
Shit! That's crazy. Wait here, I'll be right back. Here, now go, bury the bastard that killed my brother.
I'll do my
And then
very
he
best.
dies before he can return.
Roffle? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Got rid of the
As
note.
in he never gets
No
to give
need
us the
hold on to
thing.
that.
Mhm.
Okay. Open
Let's see
package.
There was an audio tape and a few documents inside.
To the audio tape player. In the illegal laboratory.
This tape is in pretty bad shape, but I might be able to do something with this machine here. Alright, looks like the machine has analyzed the tape. Maybe I can reduce some or all of this noise.
We're gonna do some audio engineering?
Have to remove all the disturbance?
I don't know how you do it though.
I think I need to work with smaller sections of the tape by using those 2 yellow selection sliders. I shouldn't do that before I filtered out all the noise.
Did you remove it?
I think we filtered out everything.
Once should be enough.
Had a look inside. CPUs, neural cores, major third-degree violations.
I don't like it any more than you do, but it will keep Maya off our backs for a while.
Fuck, Mel, it's too hot. Terrorist classified hot. By definition, we're terrorists now.
Don't be dramatic. We'll keep our heads down, let Maya have her fun, then eject from this whole mess.
Things used to be so simple around here. I can't shake the feeling that someone is onto us.
We've been careful. You're imagining things, Carl.
Maybe. I can't wait to be done with all of this and just go be a family.
Me either, my love. Me either. Did you get the package?
Yes. Had a look inside. CPUs, neural cores, major third-degree.
Is that a success enough?
Interesting. If only I knew where it was recorded.
Well, there were wind chimes. Right? There were wind chimes playing. Here.
Maybe you didn't listen enough?
It looks clean now. If I
Maybe.
Things, Carl.
Wind chimes.
Once should be.
But it doesn't let me...
Things, Carl.
Maybe I have to... Maybe I can use the wind chimes now and it will be like, oh, I recognize the wind chimes. Yes, Dewalki, we are police lady. Semi-cyborg police lady.
Oh, those must be the chimes I heard on Leonard's tape. That means Carl and Katerina were here when they were recorded. I should have a look around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there
Looks
was...
like an apartment building.
The room that we could never go in.
I don't have any reason to go up there.
Yes, I do. We heard that the recording was near the wind chimes.
Looks. There's something
The
taped
bench,
here under
probably?
the bench.
One step
tape
ahead of you,
recorder.
yup.
This must be what Leonard used to record Carl and Katerina. There's still a tape inside.
This gives us another tape to play.
So many tapes.
And still no USB thing, right? To activate the computer.
No.
That combination makes no
Oh?
crap. Looks like the recorder is busted. I'll just ditch it and keep the tape.
Okay, and now that.
Let me worry about Carl. I'll find a way to make him see the value of our cause.
He's a liability, Katerina. It's only a matter of time before he figures out our true plans for the vessel.
Maya, just don't call our child that.
What? Vessel? But that's exactly what it is. A vessel for Huldra. Don't get emotionally attached. We must put our own selfish desires aside. How many children can she not save? How much suffering can she not end?
I know, Master, it's just hard. What if something went wrong? What if this is all for nothing?
So she
You
is
need
a
to have
bad
faith,
guy.
sister. Ever since I was little,
We were
I
right
have
to
sung
shoot
to
her.
the tune of these machines. Now, is your wrist implant working as expected?
Wrongs don't make
I
it
think
right.
so. Doesn't itch anymore, at least.
I'll
He's
run
a
diagnostic
terrorist
later. I
group
also put
member
in a
that
little
shot at a
surprise.
police officer.
Let me guess. A bomb?
Is that sarcasm? It doesn't befit you. No, a fake biometric signature.
Oh. For the city trench coats? Why would one of them ever come to Nordsund?
It's just precaution. We won't remain here forever. I haven't gotten us this far by avoiding contingencies, have I?
I suppose not.
Katerina played me good. She is one of them. I must go and confront her.
I must, Mori. I must.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still worried that we don't have a solution to this box. But maybe we get it off her corpse when we go and confront her and presumably shoot her.
Sure. Just take the law into your own hands. Don't, give her a trial or anything. Just shoot her. It's fine.
She's part of a terrorist organization and she shot us. Or at us. Is there anything else you want to do before we do this? Because this feels like it might be like some irreversible tipping point.
I can't think of anything.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Same here, but I'll be careful. I promise.
If you say so, honey.
Let's just rotate our items list over so that we have gun and knife close at hand.
Katerina? Huh? If someone is there, show yourself. Strange. Hey, Katerina, wake up. Shit, her pulse is extremely weak. Maybe her arm's worse off than it looks. I need to go get help.
Now we get the bandages?
From what I can gather, some kind of brain trauma has put her in a comatose state.
Damn. Can you determine the extent of the damage?
Difficult to say, which is typical for most brain injuries. She could wake up in 5 minutes. She may never wake up at all.
What could have caused it? Could someone have done it to her?
It's theoretically possible that she suffered a stroke, but her symptoms are eerily similar to victims of sophisticated interrogation techniques.
Interrogation techniques? Like what?
I'm no neurologist or nanoengineer, but from what I learned in medical school, there are advanced torture devices and energy-based weapons that can cause symptoms like this. All of them illegal, of course. Your colleagues at the Bureau may have more information about the subject.
I see. I will consult my contact here in Nordsund.
That's
Perhaps
a little
she has some
worrying.
knowledge on the matter.
Very well. I will remain here overnight and monitor this woman's vitals.
Good. Thank you, Doctor. Stay frosty, Gabriel. Whoever did this to Katerina may decide to come back.
I'll try, ma'am. Be careful out there. Euron is drawing near.
Euron?
You didn't hear? The storm. That's what people are calling it.
Oh. Must be a big one.
Right, remember how
No Stina.
our handler said she just had a breakup with a friend?
Yeah.
And then, oh my. Lady is suddenly brain buzz, and she also is known to have the magical cybernetics like we do, and we have brain power as well.
Yep.
So I would say all signs point to our boss lady is the bad guy in some way here.
Quite a mess. Could be caused by the storm. Or...
Definitely seems like it.
Looks a bit overgrown. It's Stina's scarf. Ah! Stina! What the hell?
Sorry, kid. Can't let you stand in my way.
But why?
Damn it. Why'd she have to get so close?
Bad end?
No, this wasn't supposed to happen.
I have a feeling we're gonna have some trust issues after
Hold on,
this.
darling. I've got this.
Damn. The strain on my blue to keep me alive must have knocked out the Augs. I've never felt this cold. I need to find a way to heat myself up before I get hypothermia.
With this stick.
Stick or kindling?
Branches.
A large branch. Damp and not ideal as firewood, but could be part of a shelter. Damn, it's too tough to break off by hand. It's a shallow cave, but I should be able to take shelter from the storm in there. I need to get myself warm and dry first, though.
Oh, do we not have our super strength anymore?
No. So our in order to keep us alive, all our magical machine powers are going towards fixing us. And yes, Zargsos, this is a sci-fi detective game, yes. I don't know how we're meant to make a...
This straight stick would work well as a spindle for a friction fire. But I'll need to assemble kindling and firewood in the spot first. Okay. This straight stick would work well as a spindle for a friction fire.
I need log or something? There must be log. There's got to be something bigger. It wants more than just... No?
Branch isn't good enough?
A branch it said we wanted for, like,
a large branch.
Roof.
Damp and not ideal as firewood, but could be part of a shelter. This straight stick would work well as a spindle for a friction fire, but I'll need to assemble kindling and firewood in the spot first.
Okay.
Pretty intense flow in the stream. I may have floated for quite a while.
Ooh, can you use the
follow the
glass from
stream
the
back to
broken
Nordson, but it's too
photo
dangerous
thing
to
to
do
cut
that
the
with the storm.
branches?
Maybe.
A photo of Katerina. The glass frame is broken, but I might be able to use the shards. 3 solid, sharp pieces of glass.
Hello, the real Decoy.
G'day, Decoy. We were just betrayed by our boss, Decoy.
We're not
Our
having the
boss
best day.
Seems to be
I've
the
gathered
bad
a few
guy.
dense tree branches, but I'll need some way of tying them together. Damp
Well,
through
a
and through.
notebook.
I'll need to dry this out before I can use it again. That combination makes no sense.
But our notebook has a leather binder.
You can use the tape, though.
I don't see how the... Yeah. I might be able
Use
to
the
tie it all
tape
together
on the
using the
tape.
tape.
Okay. My answer was leather binder on book.
All right. That should catch any wind coming
Or
from
from
east.
book.
It's a shallow cave, but I should be able to take... I've got the firewood... This straight stick would work well as a spindle for a friction fire.
I still need better log?
Can you use the book, not our journal, but the other
doesn't
one?
seem productive to me. I don't see... That action... I hate to do this,
Use that on the
but it's a
fire?
matter of survival.
Okay. We're book burner now. Usually
fine.
they are.
It's... The firewood and kindling are set up.
Usually it's just a case of finding all the things, Arxos. Usually they've been fairly logical if you've found all the
Remember
the
last
items.
time we went camping?
How could I forget? What didn't go wrong that weekend?
Well, we were never hit by any meteorites or struck by lightning. But other than that...
At least my friction fire skills have improved. I never thought all that survival training would ever actually pay off.
Avoiding death by freezing may have been a decent incentive.
You could say that. As much as I enjoy your company, I'm not quite ready to cross over to the other side. Looks like the storm has subsided. I should try to make my way back to Nordson.
So go back upstream.
Ow. There's that familiar feeling again. I seem to have developed an ability to regenerate wounds. Likely due to the trauma last night. No sign of my previous augmentations, though. I may need to replenish my blue to get them back.
Murder boss lady, eat her powers. Got it.
So, the conduit... They're trying to create an AI superintelligence.
Looks that way, yeah.
I can see the appeal. An AI singularity would be a source of immense power. Such a being would become like a god, right? It would have the power to do anything.
Probably. I think it's way beyond our understanding. It might even be beyond our imagination.
Hell, it might even be able to bring me back. The real me.
What?
I haven't been on the ground for that long. I could be revived with sufficiently advanced technology.
That's... Alex, even if that's possible, you know I couldn't take that risk. It's way too dangerous. For everyone.
That's easy for you to say. You're still alive. You can still breathe the air and feel your heart beating.
I need to get a grip. This is just me talking to my subconscious. He's never coming back. Pull yourself together, Vera. You have a job to do.
It's really quite pretty.
Hold it, Agent.
Whoa, easy. Calm down. What's going on?
You're under arrest. If you resist, we'll have to use force.
Gabriel, you're better than this. It's Stina, right? She's manipulating you.
I'm not gonna tell you again, Agent. Be quiet and come with us.
It seems Stina got the police on her side. I need to get out of here.
Agent England, don't be alarmed. I'm here to help.
Thank God. What on earth happened here?
Long story, but Councilwoman Ruth abused a legal loophole to force me to step down. Gabriel's taken over the police department. She claimed that you were a secret conduit member, in cahoots with our local cell. She said that you murdered Leonard as retaliation for the previous murders. I didn't believe her, so she had me pushed out of the department. It seems our Gabriel was more receptive to her suggestions than I was.
Damn. I'll have to try to clear my name when I get out of here. I can't possibly stop her if half the town is against me.
Damn it, Gabriel.
I'll go make sure the lobby is empty, but after that...
Quiet. Somebody is coming. Go! I'll try to find a way out without hurting anyone.
Oh, not just the names, though.
Hi
It's-
again.
It's
You
everything.
Up to something, England?
Not
It's
a thing.
sci-fi,
This
Nordic
place
Korea,
is kind
pretty
of
much.
lacking entertainment, you know?
Yeah, I get your point. I'll see about getting you a magazine later, okay?
Thanks.
Do we hurt ourselves? We can hurt ourselves. We can try and use it on the guard as well. It's the only power we have. Or I suppose we could try and use it on the key, but whilst he's here seems...
Hey! He's ignoring me.
Doesn't seem like that would be very useful.
Okay. Self-harm, harm him.
If he's not gonna come over, I don't quite see how we can use it on him.
Okay, key.
That combination makes no...
And then myself.
This is gonna hurt, but I need to get out of here.
Oh, I'm not cool with this.
What the hell? Jesus! What did you do to yourself? Hang in there.
Heal. Punch him.
Oh, come on. She's escaping. She's escaping.
That's such a quiet yell.
Hmm.
Can we finally take the coffee thermos?
A thermos, presumably filled
That's
with
how you'll
coffee.
take down the police from the inside. Remove their coffee.
I can
Got my
take the
notebook
evidence bag.
No way. I need to get... First things first. I need to jumpstart my lost augmentations if I'm going to have any chance of defeating Stina. The technology left behind by the conduit members may have something I can use.
Okay, so go to the baby. We're gonna have to eat the baby. The baby has blue. Oh, that's...
I don't think you have to eat the baby.
I think we're going to have to eat the baby, Maury.
No.
No, he's gone! If I hadn't let
I mean,
Stina
coffee
outsmart
is
me,
pretty
maybe I
important
could have
over here.
protected him.
How could you let this happen? Don't you realize how important he is?
Please don't blame me for this, Alex.
I'm sorry, darling, but I realized just now what the Conduit are really trying to do.
We've been over this. They're trying to create an AI singularity.
Not only that, they plan to contain it within the child, to bridge the gap between AI and humans.
Oh, you might actually be right about that.
I know I am. That child would have the power to bring me back.
Alex, we need to accept what happened. I need to accept what happened. Even if it's possible, it wouldn't really be you. I wish it would, but it wouldn't be you.
So you would deny me life just because of your arbitrary definition of what I am? If we're the ones who awaken Huldra, she'd owe us her very existence. Please, it's our only chance. Save the child, and then save me too.
I have no idea what to think anymore. The womb tank looks completely empty. Oh wait, there's some kind of switch here.
Okay. Oof. We are not forced to eat the baby.
That looks like a vial of blue. It must have been fed into the fetal fluid. I could try to power up my Augs with this vial, but I'll leave it in the cooling unit until I have a way of injecting it.
We need a need. Oh, there were the things in the medical, the IV. What were they called? They had a word.
Oh.
Cannula.
I could not help.
Command was adamant, and I saw fit not to ask questions.
Makes no difference to me, standing guard here or at the train station, as long as I can feed my kids.
At the very least, we're less exposed to the weather in here.
Afraid your pretty beard might get all ruffled up?
You'd see what it's like for yourself, Cullah, if your face ever matured past puberty.
Ha!
If only we had our disguise
Anyway,
ability.
Our school teacher here, is she expected to, like, wake up?
I was informed that she's fully comatose. We are to guard her from the fugitive.
It's too risky to handle those deputies without my augmentations.
Nurse.
I don't need to talk to her.
Morgue man. Okay, spare syringes are down here.
Got an empty
Why?
syringe.
Why are there spare? I mean, maybe he does injecting people for before burial as well.
I mean, there is a lot of liquids that you have to do in the embalming process, so.
Are they injected? I don't know.
They're both. You pull things out of them and then you put things in. It's
It's a hokey pokey.
Uh-huh.
Okay, use injection on blue. Use those on me. Regain powers,
All right,
please.
it's filled with blue. This could end badly, but I have to take the risk to stop Stina.
Superpowers returned.
All right, back in business. But I still need to find a way to clear my name. Maybe somebody can speak on my behalf.
Power overwhelming. Achievement unlocked. Unlock the full set of your augmentation powers. So now we have to either become Boss Lady and, like, walk into the... Maybe we can become the nurse and walk in?
Hmm.
Nurse feels more accessible than Boss Lady.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the nurse disappears. You're a cruel game.
I'm guessing those...
The game saw your plan and decided no.
Who else could we... Would Robot Guy be allowed in?
Doubt it. Anyone in the canteen?
I don't need to mimic him.
No, I'm not allowed to become Robot Man. Who did you say?
Oh, I wonder if there was anyone in the canteen we could steal the face off.
No, here you go, Zuxos. Like, you will probably recognize the Schola and the Matsel. So it's not just their names.
Also absolutely butchering Norse lore combined with fairy tales, but oh well.
You really don't like her
close.
being named Holdra, do you?
I really don't. I was fine with it.
I don't have any
I was
business
fine
in the school.
until there was the tape that said that the Airseers had demanded that. And at that point, you're bringing back Norse gods that says that you have to create something and you name it up after a mythical creature that doesn't have any connection to them, and it's. If they'd gone with Jotun, I would have been fine. That would have made sense, but no.
We could try and become the Poet Man? No, everyone. They've removed like everyone.
Do you just have to be clone the guy at the police officer?
One of the ones in the room, or?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna go Spider-Man, he's the fake? No, he's the fake.
This snooze is the
I don't know, but it's the only place where we're seeing
Why a
people.
person would voluntarily put a toxic brown lump in their mouth is beyond me.
You don't know what you're missing, man. My boy has been doing much better lately.
Good news. I was fearing the worst when the doctor left with that grim look on his face.
Or does this then let me go into the other police station
I don't see what I
and speak to evil boss who has just taken over?
Kala? What are you doing here?
I would have called him Kale. Carla. I want to see citizens' records. I want to look up something about the case files. I need access to the garden. I want a firearm in case the suspect shows up. I'll go back to my post.
I think
Why would-
asking for a firearm will be suspicious.
Why would we want the garden? I don't know why we would want this.
Do we want to look
I
something
need to
up in the
access the
case
office
file?
garden.
Right now? For what?
Vegetables for dinner, medicinal herbs. Herbs to treat my son's asthma.
That would make sense.
Would it? Do we know that we have a son with asthma?
Wasn't that what he said? Anything to feed my kid with. I think there was something, but.
Herbs to treat my son's asthma.
It was the initial conversation there. I don't care as long as I get paid,
heard
and
that
I
boy
think there was
cough.
something
Sounded
about the
real
kid,
bad.
but I'm not sure.
Yes.
You picked that up
He's
and I
getting
didn't,
worse
so
by the
very
minute.
well done.
I really need to hurry.
Okay then. Go ahead, but report back to your post ASAP.
Thanks.
Don't beat yourself up after what happened this morning.
I'm trying. Can't believe I fell for that.
It happens to the best of us. We won't underestimate.
A small local greenhouse.
We better not.
A small local.
If it were up to me, we'd have multiple guards and handcuffs on her at all
What
times.
did we get from
Just
it?
checking her boots for glass would be a step in the right direction.
A small.
Way to rub it in, man.
We just opened and closed the door and did nothing. Maybe we use this as an excuse to collect their
Up for a
signature?
hunting trip when all this is over?
Can we just talk to
It's
him?
been a while since I downed a stag.
Cool.
To Gabriel?
Still got that old.
No, I think that if you give any other answer, he says get out right
She may
now,
be
so
old
you
and
can't
cranky, but she
learn
always
his
gets the job
signature.
done.
I'll keep my distance.
Is the way that will have worked. Now we can become
No, I
him
meant
and-
if we needed to talk to him about something.
But we already had the dialogue upon entering.
I guess.
Like, if we wanted to do dialogue, it would be then, presumably. Whereas now we can pretend to be their boss and say, get out.
So how long you been in Nordson? Sir, you have new orders for us?
Yes. You are relieved from guard duty. Head to the elevator and go down to the surface.
Understood. How shall we proceed when we reach the ground?
Await further orders. We are organizing a search for the fugitive.
Acknowledged. Let's go, Cullen.
All right. That should keep them busy for a while. A portable medical kit with all the essentials. It's filled with cannulas. Those little needle things used to...
What's the little
Got one.
round thing on the table?
A snuff box.
Of course, it's a snuff box.
Snooze, an old-fashioned type of snuff. Not too common in the city.
I was just joking, but it actually is a snuff box.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
Snooze, an old-fashioned type of snuff. Not too common in the city. Katerina? Can you hear me?
Amazing, Mari.
I need to come up with a way to wake her up.
Well,
But-
we use the snuff
We'll see if it
think
will be
that
as
will wake her
useful.
We inject her with
That
snuff.
action doesn't seem...
We inject her with coffee.
She's Nordic. If
No,
you
I
inject her
just
with
bought
both of
myself
those,
some
she'll
time.
probably wake
I
up.
need to act in here.
No, it has to be something. What about
Various
medical
medical supplies. She's already got one. Looks like an IV bag filled with liquid nutrients.
Cannula on IV
Looks
bag.
like an IV...
Snuff box on IV
That
bag.
combination... Okay, now
Also,
what?
just to remind you, you are aware that we are now one day ahead, right? We started a new day.
Oh, when she threw us off the building. I mean, that was way too
When
short.
when she wakes up and has a new ability, that's what happens at the start of the day.
Okay. I mean, I'm good to keep going. Are you? Do you need to
Okay.
end?
No, I'm good. Just so that you don't get
I
a
don't
bit
see how those
surprised
things
that
work
this
together.
day lasts
We've
forever.
reached the end. Yeah, we've reached the end of the game. Oops.
That action doesn't...
Okay, so it will let us use cannula on it.
Okay, now...
But now what? Now
I
on
can't
snuff
connect the...
box? Now on... What else would we use it on?
I
Medical
can't connect-
supplies? The oxygen tank?
I can't
The water?
I can't connect the IV...
To me? To me, we give her our regen.
Katerina? How do you feel?
Ow. Like $1,000,000, sister.
Who did this to you, Katerina?
That hag. What's her name? The foul-mouthed woman at City Hall?
Stina Ruth?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to repeat that to some police officers. Can you do that for me?
I don't know about that. Sounds like you need my help, sister. What's in it for me?
Please, Katerina. Now is not the time to argue. Your child is in danger.
Wait, what? Did something happen?
I didn't want to have to tell you this, but your child was taken from the apartment.
No. Fuck. Okay, I'll help. She came out of nowhere, touched my forehead, and everything went black. My knees caved, and I could feel something greedily carving through my mind, nibbling at my memories. It was terrifying.
And you're 100% sure that Councilwoman Ruth did this?
I'm positive. I saw her clearly. Strangely enough, she didn't seem to care about hiding from me at all.
Did you get a sense of what information she was looking for?
Not really, but the whole process felt frantic, rushed.
Why do you think she spared your life after this attack?
Fuck if I know. Maybe she was interrupted or she just assumed I would never wake up.
This creates some doubt about the Councilwoman's story, Agent. But I still can't let you go.
But why? Do you really think I could do something so terrible?
It's not that simple. Stina Ruth, a respected and powerful person in Nordson, claims that you conspired with the Conduit to murder Leonard Dahl. A suspected Conduit member is hardly a trustworthy witness under those circumstances.
But I slept through the whole night in my room. You have to believe me.
Who can confirm that?
I can, to some extent. I know she entered her room at around 10. But after that, I went home.
Hey, Arvid. Didn't you have the night shift that day?
Oh yeah. Nothing happened that night until you guys came back in the morning.
How could I let this... You're free to go, Agent.
That's a relief. Let's work together to stop her now.
Yes. I'm sorry. She got into my head somehow, and I felt powerless to stop it. Forgive me, Uncle. You were right all along. I'll resign and give command back to you.
I accept. We've all made mistakes, Gabriel. I'm proud of you. It takes a man to admit when he's wrong. Now, Agent England, how would you like to proceed?
Stina is an ex-agent and extremely dangerous. Given my training and background, I'm best suited to deal with her. Stay vigilant and be on the lookout, but do not engage with her unless you have no other choice. I will handle her alone.
Understood. Oh, and before I forget, here's your weapon.
Good. I'll need that.
We haven't used
Thanks.
the snuff box.
Let's meet up later at the station. You'll leave a deputy to keep an eye on her, yeah? She's far from harmless.
Of course.
We may need to use the
Now,
snuff box
with that
on the
out of
boss,
the way,
Mori.
It's time for us to have a
Yes,
serious
we
talk.
might.
Can't wait, sister.
Please, Katerina. I'd like to find your child, but I can't go before you give me some answers.
Fine. Ask your questions then.
Okay. Before we begin, we have to disable that device in your arm.
You're in luck. I can't feel it anymore, so the doctor must have taken it out.
You know anything about that, Deputy?
Yeah. Dr. Pearson had some theory about a foreign object in her body causing the coma. He cut out a small device from her arm.
Noted. I'll have to ask him about that when I'm done here. I think it's time for some honest answers then, Katerina.
It automatically
Are you trying to
activated
revive AI?
lie mode.
What do
That
you
wasn't
think?
me.
Did you happen to skip past the conduit section in all those textbooks of yours?
I didn't, but I'm trying to understand your perspective. What could be worth repeating the horrors of the collapse?
AI had nothing to do with that. Alarmists and doom prophets were responsible. The old world was a place of wonder, you know? Limitless wealth and prosperity. And we threw it all away.
We had to look out for ourselves first. Our families, our children. There was too much at risk.
It's an irrational fear. Are we really that scared of anything greater than us? People treat AI as some outside force with an intent to destroy us all. AI is our own creation, our progeny. What sane parent would fear their children surpassing them? We're still seeing things through the eyes of the fucking primitive predators we really are. Kill or be killed. Anything remotely resembling a threat must be destroyed.
It was an act of defense, Katerina, not one of aggression.
I used to be just like you. I wish Maya was alive. She could have helped you understand.
Try me, Katerina. I'm really doing my best to understand.
What's the point? You'll only use the information against me. You'll take my child away or worse. If you want my confession, you have it. Yes, I'm guilty of trying to save humanity. Yes, I'm guilty of trying to awaken Huldra, what you'd call an AI superintelligence powered by a singularity.
I have a recording where Maya called your child a vessel for Huldra. You're trying to create a human-AI hybrid, right?
You're wasting time. I'll tell you everything when my son is safe in my arms. Until then, I'm not saying another word.
So at the very least, she genuinely believes the things she's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I should see if the doctor's available.
Dr. Morbid.
Dr. Pearson?
Ah!
Whoa, relax.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry about that. I was told you found something in Katarina's arm.
Oh, yes. A small tubular implant right here.
Thanks. Have you been able to determine what it does?
No, I can't make head nor tails of it. I'd suggest asking an engineer.
Fair enough. Have you checked the other bodies for similar objects?
Maya had a peculiar wound on her wrist, but no implant.
Robot guy.
It is possible that the killer cut it out.
Yeah,
And
I agree,
Carl.
Maury.
Alas, he was cremated before I got a chance. The next of kin was really fussy about that.
Damn. Where are the ashes?
Still in the oven. I was about to collect them.
That one?
No, the one in my kitchen.
Excuse me?
I'm joking. You really need to lighten up, you know?
I'll worry about that when the case is solved. Excuse me, Doctor.
Okay, so we search for another one of these in the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the implant is still intact. It must be made of some strong materials.
I mean, was it like bones like 2000 degrees or something, isn't it? Anyway. Go ask Robot Man.
Oh my god!
What?
Are those robot eggs?
Nisa, no, that's not quite. You better take those away before he gets excited. He keeps bugging me about a little brother.
That wasn't the most helpful. Can we snuff
I don't need
box
to
you?
show him that.
Can
Hi
I
again.
talk
Hey
about
there.
Oh,
that? No, he does the same thing.
You
I have to find Stina Ruth. Any idea where she might be?
I often see her around this part of town, but I'm not sure where she lives exactly.
What do you think of Rolf?
Funny guy. Smokes like a chimney and drives one hell of a hard bargain.
I'm off.
Take care.
We still haven't been in this apartment.
Looks like an apartment building.
But apparently no. What else can it even want us to do?
No reason to go back. No reason to go back there.
Do I use them on me?
2 electronic wrist implants, extracted from Carl and Katarina.
Oh, do these turn on the computer? Remember how the computer needed... what was it called? It was called, like, component keys to... No, not this one in the museum, my bad. So use these on computer.
The device reacted, but nothing happened. Maybe something's missing.
Partial success.
Appears to be a wireless data reader.
Something's missing, huh?
Do we need the third one of these? In which case we need to find one of these from the guy who got chopped into little bits in the slice and dice machine.
But would he have one? He wasn't part of their gang. Maya would have one.
appears to be...
Because one was removed from the woman who was in the hospital
The
bed.
device
The other was
reacted,
from
but
her
nothing happened.
boyfriend slash
Maybe something's
husband.
missing.
And the other would presumably be cult leader lady.
Yeah.
We're not going to get that.
Could we get the address from the police records to at least the main villain's address?
I was thinking to cult lady's house, but maybe.
Do you know what these are?
They look like computer chips in some sort of protective shell. Clearly a third-degree violation, right?
Hard to say without the assistance of an engineer, but most likely, yeah. Commissary?
Yes?
Do you know what this is?
Clearly some kind of, gizmo.
Gizmo.
You're asking the wrong person here.
He's really
I don't
hip
think I
with
need
the
to look
times,
her up.
isn't he? Updated on all the latest gadgets and doodads.
I don't think I need to look him up. Alright, looks like her address is at 5 Lindgren Street. I think that's up the stairs
It
opposite
is
Walter's
the
shop.
stairs opposite his shop. Boo! Boo! Now I know that I want the stairs.
Various items to care for a baby. Stina must be the kidnapper. A diploma for especially distinguished service, signed by the bureau director. It's probably from back when Stina retired. An old badge from when Stina was a police officer in the city. That's the biggest bottle of booze I have ever seen. A discarded beer bottle. I don't need to mess with that. A number of empty glass vials in a neat package. There were a couple of tapes here.
Convenient that there's also a tape player, so we don't need to go back to the other location.
Report number 3.
I can
After roughly a
appreciate that
month of
convenience.
surveillance, I am sure there are no more than 3 people in the group. The leader and the young couple. I have been unable to determine the location of their mainframe, but it must be in one of the key locations here in Nordsund. They rarely go down to the ground. The shack in the junk heap appears to be connected to a large makeshift antenna, so they may have access to long-range communications. The leader keeps referring to her wrist implant as a key, but I'm not sure to what. In any case, we should make sure to obtain it when we strike. We're starting to reach a point where we know enough to take action. Let's meet after dark at the usual place and discuss our options. Leonard, signing off. I know what you said, but I can't wait any longer. They're getting too close.
So Leonard was
The
working for
child will be
her and
born in a matter of
probably
weeks. If they
probably
finalize
got a
Project
bit too
Cauldron,
close and
it'll
needed to
be
be
the end
dealt
of us
with.
all. I'll take care of their leader first. I've gained her trust, so it shouldn't be hard to get along with her. As for the child, the host, God forgive me, but it is an abomination. I will do what needs to be done. Make sure you destroy these tapes. If things go wrong, I don't wish for any blame to fall on you or my church. You have taught me much, Councilwoman. If I fail, I trust you'll find a way to resume my sacred duty. Goodbye.
So, if Leonard killed the Conduit members, who killed Leonard? It's not too late, Stina. Give up now, and you'll get out of this alive.
That wasn't me, that was the game shooting,
I better try
Maury.
to track her. She can't stay cloaked forever.
We can probably scan that liquid.
Yeah, it looks like she's
But
gonna
she
leave
stepped in.
footprints. Really?
Not the blade shape. You want a smart
No.
scan, not...
Boot print.
Ah,
I'm looking for her boot print.
okay. I'm just thinking smart scan for the liquid, but...
Okay. We didn't look at everything else in the room.
That was a close call.
No.
Looks like this hasn't been functional for a while.
Can you
A few
also do
identical
the
bottles.
little vials?
I would guess they contain
And
alcohol.
those?
Probably vials of blue? Yeah.
Whoa. If those vials were filled with pure blue, Stina has one serious addiction. Not even a blanket? Stina must like to sleep rough.
And that's everything. Time to follow her footprints. School or food room? Food room.
Food room, probably. Can't imagine she would run into the school. Silly.
Or she might even be going past it. She's gone past it from the look of it.
Looks like the tracks continue west, past the canteen.
To that area on the far left that has never been of any use for anything.
Hmm.
In this building that previously hasn't even existed. No?
So she's walked in around there? Circle?
She might be going down to the elevator, but just a weird way.
Good grief, that's a huge bird.
He's going into the museum.
I don't think that's the museum. Isn't that the apartment?
No, the apartment is over there. And there are more steps.
Must be heading to the lab then, I guess.
Ugh, this thing is heavy.
Well, we be muscly?
Stina! There's nowhere to run. You have to surrender, for your own sake.
Fuck it! Damn you, Leonard!
You're trying to pin this on Leonard. Did you
Now,
kill
do we
him?
snuffbox her or
Of course
shoot her
I
if we get
did.
the chance, Maury?
Brainwashed idiot forced my hand.
Well, obviously snuff
Just
box.
wanted to steal their technology, and he decided to go on a fucking killing spree. You don't get it, Vera. We're both living on borrowed time. Blue clings onto you. You'll never be free.
No.
You'll see. The only way is to give
Could
in.
you push the button on the
let it
hovercraft?
absorb you, consume you. The key to our full potential is
To make
right
the bright
here.
light.
If you join me,
Blind
I'll show
her.
you how. I'll show you everything those mindless drones at the Bureau try to hide from us.
I'm sorry, Stina. I can't let you hurt any more people. Don't make me do this.
Time for you to earn your stripes then. Give it your best shot.
No, that only seems to temporarily... It did it once, but that's all.
I don't want to share that with her.
I don't want to share my snuff with her. I'm not seeing a lot of other options other than shoot.
I mean, I guess it is if you...
That tickles, kiddo.
Maybe you're supposed to blind her and then shoot her when she's refilling her magazine? Because right now she's watching you, so you can't. I have a feeling you're gonna lose if you try to shoot her right now.
My service pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic... The battery's the limiting factor.
Like there. She has a moment there where she can't see.
I'm not getting what triggers...
You're pushing it at the wrong time, I think. Because the one time she did get...
She's done it twice now, but I don't understand when you do it to make it happen.
Well, try to shoot her now when she's emptying her clip.
Oh.
Another one bites the dust.
Can I just regenerate and then absorb her fire?
I doubt it.
My service pistol. The battery's the...
I think you only get one shot at the blinding thing because we can't repeat it. The first time we push that button, she has the blinding reaction where she goes, "Ah!" and doesn't seem to see a thing.
But I can't shoot her during that.
There. I've got you.
I guess this is it, Agent.
Don't say that, Stina. I'll go get the doctor. You can make it.
You're a soft one, aren't you? No point. I'm losing blood way too fast. Before you ask. The baby is okay. I'm not a fucking monster.
Good. Why'd you even bring it here?
I thought it would unlock this damn mainframe. Since Maya's stupid implant didn't work. She sure had a thing for security protocols. You can consider the case closed. Leonard took out the conduit members. Then I put him down like the rabid dog he was. What's more important than my petty little life is what you do with what's on that computer.
It contains the code to Huldra, right? A powerful AI?
Yes. Adapted for a blue biocircuit. I thought I would be the one to merge with...
Stina?
Blah.
Good job, my love. She had to go.
I pity her. I wonder what brought her so low.
We'll probably never know. No point in thinking about it.
I need to gain access to the mainframe. It's the key to ending all of this.
Yes. Project Huldra is in our grasp. You know what to do.
Ooh, you might use the snuff box on the turbine thing and blow the snuff at her.
No, I still have important...
I'm not allowed to go find that out. That's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see why the turbine thing that like faces the roof would blow the snuff in a different direction.
No, that makes no sense.
Don't worry, little one. I'm not going anywhere.
Do I use these on the baby?
No, I'll leave.
Do I
Don't
use
worry,
baby?
little.
But this still hasn't changed.
Did you take the one from that's
She had
in
another
the
Okay, she
person
had
we
one.
just killed?
Okay.
Likely Maya's.
I thought she was saying she put it in the baby.
Ah.
Help. File list.
Oh,
Play.
you have two options. Oh,
Hey?
you have two options. You
Holdra's
can
kernel
either
is
activate
functional, but all
Fenrir,
my
or you
hybrid
can activate
simulations have
Holdra.
failed. The host always suffers from massive cognitive
And
dissonance.
again,
We're
Holdra
likely
makes even
dealing
less
with an interface
sense now because the other thing you can
Ordinary
activate is
adult
actually combined
augmentation
with
simply
Norse
won't provide
mythology.
enough bandwidth for a successful cognitive symbiosis. I've been researching prenatal augmentation, and my initial findings look promising. Synchronizing the growth of a nervous system with an early introduction of blue may be the key.
Of course, we're going to listen to all the logs.
The young woman I have come in contact with has shown herself to be bright, dedicated, and loyal. She is willing to offer a child for our cause. The next step is to find a father, but we have to be selective. We can't risk this man exposing our activities. I also finally managed to acquire a sample of blue, but I am not proud of the things I had to do to get it. I just hope my city contact made it out alive. We've just finished the work on the womb tank. I'm still skeptical about this Carl, but Katarina assures me she can keep him on a leash. He seems like the jumpy paranoid type. I'll play along for now, but it's likely only a matter of time before he becomes a liability. Anyway, the tank needs some further testing, but it won't be long until we can attempt an artificial insemination. While we wait for the vessel to mature, I've established a self-destruct mechanism called the Fenrir Protocol. If we are ever compromised, it can be used to prevent our sacred work from falling into the wrong hands. The program will completely wipe all drives and backups. We can't risk our foes using Holdra for evil. It could well lead to the destruction of this entire planet.
Okay, so we can either activate baby super intelligence or delete all their files.
Yes.
They're the bad guys. We clearly destroy everything, right?
It doesn't seem like that would injure the baby, so I don't see why we wouldn't do it.
Do you want to implant the baby with AI super intelligence as the other option?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't really either, so we're decided on destroy all evidence. Well, destroy all evidence of the superintelligence thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm sorry, my love, but I have to do this.
No, you can't. If you do this, I'll be gone forever.
You're already gone, Alex. I love you, but you're gone.
I guess I really am, huh? Maybe it's time to stop pretending.
I wish you could stay, but we both need to face reality.
Yeah. It's time for me to go.
It is. Goodbye, Alex.
Goodbye, Vera. I love you.
Holy moly, that's a quick erasure.
That's it. It's done. Let's get you to your mother, kid.
thank God. Is that him? Is he okay?
More than okay. He's perfect. You feeling better?
I'm all right. The headaches are almost gone, and I'm getting my energy back. What happened to Stina?
Stina is gone. She wouldn't go down peacefully. Your experiment is out of the picture, too. I ended it.
What? You did? Fuck. No, you ruined everything.
Not everything. You still have your son, right here.
Oh, please. You think they'd ever let me keep him after everything I've done?
She's right, you know. A woman who experiments on her own child, she's way too dangerous to be a parent.
I'm never getting out of prison anyway. Just take him away. He's better off without me.
I'll take your baby, or we'll find someone to care for him.
Well, how do you feel, Blobber? Do you want to take care of the baby? Or will we just, hope that the baby will go to a good home?
I would want us to take care of the baby, which matches with our backstory about the decision we chose in the other dialogue tree about we tried to, but we couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
Okay, I agree.
I'll take him. He'll be safe with me.
Good. Just go.
Give the child a loving home. Caregiver achievement unlocked. A few days later.
You know, Alex, part of me really wanted to go through with it. Part of me wanted to ignore all the warnings as long as I could see you again, even for just a little while. But then I realized what you'd say about it. The real you, not some blue-induced hallucination. You'd never put others in danger to save your own skin. And that's just one of a million reasons why I love you. I'll come back here every once in a while, but it won't be like before. Parenthood is a full-time job, and I need to focus on giving this child all the love and attention that he deserves. For the first time since he passed away, I find myself curious about the future, and I think that's something worth holding on to.
Path of Boulder. Finish the game empathically. Unleash the wolf. Wipe the mainframe. Game end. Roll credits. How bad do you think things go if you let the super intelligence into the baby? Or do you think it just sort of has this same thing and who knows what will happen in the future?
Oh, I think it could get pretty bad. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up bringing our dead loved ones back.
I feel like it would just be this same scene, but with like, I hope to see you soon instead of like I'll come here again to talk to you in the future.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we would be doing this with a shovel at that point.
Look, the baby is clearly going to like, a magic baby instant revive the husband, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a bit much to expect of the baby. I feel like it's meant to like grow up and be a person, but maybe not. I would be interested to see and know the other endings now. Any other thoughts? Like, I liked a lot of the dialogue, I liked a lot of the people, I thought the art was lovely. The people, even if they were like little robot puppet man annoying, he was amusing and like consistent in his character.
Oh yeah. The character creation on everyone is very solid. They have more than just a brief sort of who they are, and they stick to it.
It's fairly short compared to a lot of the sort of... I think of like the other Wajidai games myself, and it's a bit shorter than those. Because we did like
No,
2 hours
we did
before and now 4 hours.
Yeah, we estimated it would take 6 hours, roughly.
And I feel like the other of those are a bit longer, but maybe I'm just misremembering. It's been a while since I played them.
Hmm.
Any other thoughts? Anything you
I
want to
mean,
say?
no.
Aside from your hatred of Hulda?
I think I've said everything I need to say about that, because the game consistently used Norse mythology in all of its naming. Like, even now, with choosing to be the empathy route is Baldur's route, it uses it in everything else, and I wish they would have used something besides Huldra, because it doesn't fit. Everything else connected to Norse mythology, not that. Even if you go with, like, where Huldra supposedly came from, that is connected to Christianity most of the time, as to it has no connection to the Norse mythology at all. And it's just it grinds on my me so much, but besides that, it is an enjoyable game. If you do not have this knowledge that I sit on, or it doesn't annoy you at all, go for it. Great game.
Yeah, I think it was very good as well. Okay then, cheers all. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a lovely time, and you'll join us for whatever our next adventure is next time on Senior Detectives. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, for those of you here live, is anyone up and about who I respect what they're doing? Yes, unless you want to do something else, Maury?
Oh no. I haven't been
You've had
feeling
your
well
days
this week, so
filled.
I'm saving all of my energy to tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thank you for putting up with doing this then, even if you're feeling unwell.
Oh no, it's fine.
It's reasonably easy when you just get to sit there and talk, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a very low thing, and you can kind of just sit there and sip your tea and relax.
Cool. Cheers all. I will leave you in the capable hand of Pisces Freak, who is a lovely New Zealand streamer. For now, peace everyone. Have a lovely start to your weekend.